Tiger Country 104.5 is a Radio Alabama station, part of the Auburn Networks family. WAUE HD2, Waverly, Auburn, Opelika.
Auburn, Opelika Country, Tiger Country 104.5.
The following is a presentation of Radio Alabama Sports. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited.
Lee Scott Academy Basketball is on Tiger Country 104.5. Presented by the Orthopedic Clinic, Googe Performing Arts Center, Mountain High Outfitters, and Russell Building Supply. Also brought to you by Auburn Bank, Gutter Pro, Advanced Graphics, Auburn Express Towing, and Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Now, live from courtside, here's the voice of Lee Scott Academy Basketball, Christian Griffin.
Just underway here in the Valley. Valley Rams and your Lee Scott Academy Warriors. 1 minute, 15 seconds gone by. A little bit of a hot start. The JV boys game ran a little bit early. The 5 o'clock starts gets going right now. And again, it is the Rams here at home that have a 2-0 lead very early here into this contest. And it's going to be Maggie Herndon picking up the reach-in foul. We'll get you some keys to the game, starting lineups here kind of as we go once we hit our first timeouts here this evening. But 6.5 to play here on the campus of Valley. Three-pointer in the far corner is no good. Weak side offensive rebound knocked out by Lucy Zellner. Haynes Kesey the rebound. And we're off and running, and she's going to get called for a travel. 2-0 Valley. We're approaching 2 minutes into this first quarter. Making sure we have all of our bearings set. Ball stolen away. Maggie Herndon able to get possession of it. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Warriors. Lee Scott in there. Road Navy on Navy's. The Rams in there. Home white on white. Ivett. A baseball pass to Sydney Dunlap. Now to Lucy Zellner. Back to Maggie Herndon. Thought about the three. Now to a cutting Clark Ivett. She loses it. Now a fight for the basketball. It's a turnover going the other way with the Rams. These teams met back on December 2nd. And a travel now called on Jemiah Johnson. Making sure we got everything set up here for you on the Lee Scott Sports Network. Haynes Kesey, kick out pass. Sydney Dunlap, her three is too strong. Lucy Zellner, rather, the offensive rebound, but she gets it swatted from behind. And now in transition, Lucy Zellner gets a block, but catches a little too much body contact. It will be Johnson that heads to the free throw line to shoot two. Well, we appreciate everybody for being here with us on the Lee Scott Sports Network, whether it's Tiger Country 104.5, tigercountry.net, that Radio Alabama app, the YouTube and Facebook live stream up and running here as well. We appreciate everybody for being here with us. Back-to-back days. We celebrated senior night last night and now make the quick trip to Valley to take on the Rams. And right now it's 3-0. Make it 4-0. Valley. Caden Dooley, the leading scorer for this Valley Rams team. Sydney Dunlap gets the ball across half court. Now Haynes Kesey at the free throw line. We'll set back up with Clark Ivett. Crossover dribble. She works her way down low, throws it up and in with the right hand. And the Warriors are in the scoring column. Almost 3 minutes here into the contest. 4-2, timeout Valley. It's a 30-second timeout, but we will keep it right here to get you set up with everything on the Lee Scott Sports Network. The Lee Scott varsity girls with the win last night moved to 16-9 on the season, 5-1 in area play. The 5A Valley Rams, they are 16-4. They are 5-1 in their region, in their area play. Again, the Valley Rams, again, these teams met back on December 2nd inside Sanford Gymnasium. It was a 70-63 win for the Lee Scott varsity girls. Clark Ivett had 33 points and 15 rebounds. Maggie Herndon and Sutton Lewis both added 10 in there as well. And last night, coming off a 70-38 win over Lochapoka, Clark Ivitt with 22 points and Sydney Dunlap 5 of 10 from behind the three-point line. Getting you caught up with everything here this evening as Valley brings the ball up the floor. We'll get you tonight's keys to the game here in just a few moments, but as always, those keys to the game are presented by Jeffco Trant Funeral Home and Crematory, serving Opelika, Auburn, and Lee County since 1988. And a shooting foul, Caden Cooley's going to head back to the line to shoot two. And a name that if you were with us back on December 2nd, whether it was the Lee Scott Sports Network or if it was here in Samford Gymnasium, you'll remember Caden Dooley, 48 points inside Samford Gymnasium. Was 14 of 26 from the free throw line as well. Also knocked down 14 field goals, a couple triples in there as well. So one of those, again, main keys to the game tonight. Stay in front of number 0. She goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. She has 4 of the 6 for Valley, and they set up a full court pressure. Ball thrown to half court is intercepted by the Rams. Kick to the near corner here in front of us, and I believe she traveled. She did. Continuing on with the keys to the game here as we are approaching the halfway point in this first quarter. A little hot start here with you on the Lee Scott Sports Network. Your secondary scoring. You know that Clark Ivitt is going to be able to get you what she can here tonight as Haynes Kesey pressured across half court. Ivitt now to Lucy Zellner, goes up strong, and a jump ball is going to be a call. Possession arrow favors the Valley Rams. But secondary scoring, you need 2 others, in my opinion, tonight to get you double figures if you want to walk away with the big-time victory. Again, these Rams 16-4. They're 5-1 in their area. And a nice win streak for the Rams in there as well. And third, protect the basketball. Again, here on the road, hostile environment, a new gym. Right on cue as the Valley Rams turn it over. If you are the road Lee Scott Warriors, you got to find a way to pressure the basketball and take care of the basketball when you have it in your hands. It's 6-2 Rams here halfway through this opening period. Haynes Kesey works her way in transition and hesitated, trying to decide if she wanted to pass to Lucy Zellner or if she wanted to keep on dribbling. She's going to get called for a double dribble. These teams trading turnovers here early in this contest. 6-2 is your score. Lee Scott Academy and the Valley Rams here on the campus of the Rams. A nice little gymnasium. Has a nice high school feel to it. As Janiah Johnson has the ball right around the three-point line. Got pressured, fell to the floor. No whistle was called. Able to get it out to a teammate. And now a catch-and-shoot 3 on the far corner is no good. Ivitt able to gather the rebound with 3:51. Ivitt almost has it poked away from behind. She has it on the right wing. Now running baseline. Kicks it out to Maggie Herndon. Now to Sydney Dunlap in the near corner. Back to Herndon. Jab step. Works her way towards the middle. And a little hand check foul right around the right elbow. Only the first team foul for the Rams here in this first quarter. Lee Scott already with 3. Rayleigh Langford will check in, the senior that we got to celebrate last night for Lee Scott Academy. Sydney Dunlap tries her luck from deep, can't connect from long range. Haynes Kesey fought for the rebound, was unable to get it. This Valley team a little bit more size down low, especially than this Lee Scott Warrior squad. Dooley has the ball at the top of the key, kicks to a teammate running down the middle of the floor. And Maggie Herndon, a little bit of a hip check. She'll get called for a personal foul. That's the 4th here in this first 8 minutes. Six to 2 is your score. The home Rams out in front of the road Warriors. Ball knocked out of bounds. Should be Lee Scott Warrior basketball, and it is. Went off the hands of Clark Ivitt, then off of a Ram, then into the first row of the bleachers. Clark Ivitt runs her way up the left side of the floor, right around the scorer's table. Nobody picks her up. She's going to pull it from 3, and she knocks it down. Clark Ivitt, all 5 points here for the Lee Scott Warriors in this first quarter. And the lead trimmed to 1. It's 6-5 as Dooley brings the ball up the floor, guarded by Haynes Kesey. We've complimented her all season long, and especially in these really big games with really good ball handling point guards. Her on-ball defense is second to none. Should be a travel down low, and it is. A little give and go in the far corner. to Dooley, who was cutting. Didn't put the ball on the floor, tried to come to a jump stop, but both feet slid nearing out of bounds. Lee Scott forces the Rams into another turnover. Rams setting up their full court pressure, getting the ball out of Clark Ivett's hands. She gets it to Rayleigh Langford right around the scorer's table. Running left, cuts it back towards the middle of the floor, almost trapped, able to get it to Clark Ivett. And they're now doubling her, forcing her to get the ball out of her hands. Skip pass to the far corner, and Sydney Dunlap. And a jump ball, possession arrow will keep it on the far side with the Warriors. Lee Scott Academy going right to left here on your radio dial in this first half. The Valley Rams going left to right, going away from their bench in these first 16 minutes. As Clark Ivett gets called for steps of the animated PA announcer here inside home of the Valley Rams. Almost gives off a little bit of that street ball vibe of the PA announcer at center court as Clark Ivett gets a steal right around the three-point line. Maggie Herndon running in transition down low. Haynes Kesey didn't try to take it up between the trees. She has it in the short corner here on the near side. Bounce pass Maggie Herndon. Her triple is off the front of the rim, then the backboard, and a strong rebound for the Rams. That's number 24, Michaela Adams. Kaiten Dooley now working in transition. A little bump contact from Kesey. She's going to step back and pull it from three. Couldn't get it to go. Nice box out from Maggie Herndon. It's Warrior basketball. Six to 5 with 1:45 to go here in this first period. Ivett gets the inbound now to Haynes Kesey. Now Sydney Dunlap. She's going to try her luck from the right wing, and she buries it. Sydney Dunlap knocked down 5 threes last night. She continues the hot scoring, hot shooting in this first period. Warriors now their first lead of the night. They lead at 8-6. 90 seconds to play. Crossover dribble. And Haynes Kesey gets the steal. She picks it up at the three-point line. Back to Sydney Dunlap, now to Maggie Herndon. She has it on the right elbow. Now the dribble handoff right back to Dunlap. Now to Haynes Kesey. Her left wing three is too strong off the back iron. Sydney Dunlap there for the rebound, and she's pushed from behind. It'll be Warrior baseline left to inbound it under their own basket. Clark Ivett has the basketball at the left wing, now to the right wing. 8-6 is your score. Ivett running left, spins her way back towards the middle of the floor and gets that 8-foot touch shot to go. Warriors out in front by 4, lead at 10-6 and on a nice little run. Skip pass to the far corner right in front of us here. Step in three from Emmeline McManus is short, ball knocked out of bounds, right back to the Warriors. Rams continuing their full court pressure. They get Ivett trapped in the corner. Ball knocked out of bounds. Coach Corey Harrison telling her team all 5 Warriors need to be on this side of the front court to help out Ivett as soon as she gets the basketball. She's trapped yet again in the corner. The Warriors have numbers if they want to use it with Haynes Kesey. Instead, 1-2 mini dribbles, has it knocked away from behind. And a jump ball. Possession arrow will give it to the Valley Rams. Charlie Huddleston set the check into the contest for Lee Scott Academy. She'll check in for Haynes Kesey. Lewis, Langford, Ivett, Huddleston, and Dunlap. The 5 on the floor for Coach Corey Harrison. 20 seconds to play. Dooley standing out by the V at half court. Guarded by Huddleston on the right wing. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Dooley backs it all the way back out again. Warriors lead it 10-6 and looking to keep it that way at the end of the first. Dooley runs towards the middle of the floor. Floater is good. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Ivett pass to Charlie Huddleston at half court. Loses the basketball, and that is how the first quarter will come to a close. We have our bearings set here for you now on the Lee Scott Sports Network. 10-8, the Warriors have the lead after 1, and we're back with the start of the second quarter right after this here on the Lee Scott Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
My joints aren't what they used to be. Routine exercise, playing ball outside with the kids, riding bikes on vacation. I never worried about keeping up. But now, my joint pain has started slowing me down. I decided to make an appointment with the Orthopedic Clinic. Their surgical partners had the experience, technology, and personalized approach to care that I was looking for. Best of all, it was close to home. I'm thankful I chose the Orthopedic Clinic. Don't let joint pain slow you down. Visit theorthoclinic.com and schedule your appointment today.
Start of the second quarter here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. We appreciate everybody for tuning in and being here with us at the home of the Valley Rams, where Lee Scott and the Rams are doing battle. And after one, it is 10-8. Lee Scott Academy, and now a conversation with the clock. Oh, they put 6 minutes instead of 8 minutes on the scoreboard. It'll be Lee Scott basketball to get things going here in this second quarter. And again, with a little bit of a hot start, wanted to be able to give a special shout out once again to Jeff Cotrant Funeral Home and Crematory for taking care of us with the keys to the game. And Auburn Bank with the starting lineups. Auburn Bank, their local team, stands ready to discuss your financial needs and goals. Auburn Bank, champions of you and proud sponsor of Lee Scott Warrior basketball. Clark Ivets has the ball right around half court. She gets the on-ball screen. She's now double-teamed, able to rip it away from a defender. Maggie Herndon now has it on the right wing. Dribble handoff to Zellner. Back to Maggie Herndon. They're going to let her shoot. I don't know why. Ball can't go down. Weak side rebound with Lucy Zellner. Out to Haynes Kesey. Now Clark Ivets at the top of the key, and we will reset. Guarded by Dooley. Mano y mano, you would expect a lot of tonight. These girls combined for a whole lot of points when these teams met on December 2nd. Sydney Dunlap, step in three. She knocks it down right in front of the Valley Ram bench. She has 2 triples here tonight, 6 points. And between Sydney Dunlap and Clark Ivett, combining for all 13 for Lee Scott Academy here tonight. They lead it 13-8, a minute into this second quarter. Running floater, nice defense, Lucy Zellner, and she skies for the rebound. Gets it to Haynes Kesey. Now Sydney Dunlap running the middle of the floor. Kick out Maggie Herndon. Her left wing three is off the right side of the rim, and the Rams will let it go out of bounds at 6:43. Just across the 5 o'clock hour here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. Happy Friday, happy weekend to everybody. I appreciate you for spending your Friday evening here with us on the Lee Scott Sports Network. 90 seconds gone by in the second quarter. Rams try to dunk it down to Lucy Zellner. She gambled on the steal, couldn't get it. 13-10. And a turnover for Lee Scott Academy. Caden Dooley walks the ball up the middle of the floor, guarded by Haynes Kesey. Dribble handoff right back to Dooley on the left wing. She has it. Crossover dribble running left, gets cut off, but able to keep her dribble. She's double teamed. They throw it back down low. Nice defense, Lucy Zellner on the little fadeaway. A fight for the rebound into the hands of Zariah Simpson. That's going to go on Sydney Dunlap. Her first foul here tonight. Step in three from the Rams is no good. Rebound with Clark Ivett for the Lee Scott Warriors. 5:40 to play here in this second quarter. Maggie Herndon has the ball at the top of the key. Dribble handoff with Sydney Dunlap. She gets to the free throw line. Back to Ivett. Her long two off the left side of the rim and the backboard. And number 5, Emmeline McManus, grabs the rebound. Dooley now a step in three. She leaves it short. Ivett able to get the rebound. She's guarded 94 feet by Jemiah Johnson, and just about anybody that's willing to give her any attention. Pass too tall for Sydney Dunlap. Another turnover on the Lee Scott Warriors. .509 to play here in the second quarter. The Lee Scott Warriors with a 3-point lead. A Not a very pretty first quarter and a half for either team. A lot of turnovers, probably more than points here tonight. A no-look pass from Dooley. Layup won't go. She's able to get the offensive rebound, yes, and the foul. Caden Dooley again had 48 the last time that these two teams met in a 70-63 down to the wire battle. She gets the free throw to go. She already has 9. Ivett running left. Now to Sydney Dunlap. She gets bumped, no whistle. Out to Rayleigh Langford. Now Haynes Kesey at the top of the key. Notched at 13 with 4.5 to play. Ivett has it right around the half-court stripe. Gets to the right side of the floor, sizing up Dooley. Crossover dribble. Haynes Kesey now step in 3. That one's well too strong, and the Rams let it fall out of bounds. Valley Rams doing a really nice job in the half court, forcing Lee Scott to be uncomfortable from behind the three-point line. Not really any sort of offense inside the paint right now. Halfway through this second quarter, Johnson has it. Able to save it from going out of bounds, but that second foot drags. And she steps on the baseline. Warrior basketball with 4:11 to play here in this second quarter. 13 all between Lee Scott and Valley. The 5A Rams and the 3A Warriors doing battle. Ivett tried to run the right side of the sideline, had it poked away from behind. It'll stay Warrior basketball. Caden Dooley and Clark Ivett, the two names that you're going to hear a whole lot of tonight. You already have. You're going to hear a whole lot more. Sydney Dunlap is going to get called for a travel. I didn't really see too much, to be honest, but Caden Dooley now with the basketball. Step back 3 from the top of the key. Rattles in and out. Haynes Kesey gathers the long rebound. She now sprints her way up the top of the floor. Hand off to Maggie Herndon. Now back to Clark Ivett. Ivett crossover dribble at the free throw line. Spins it up and spins it in. Her first points here in this second quarter. Clark Ivett. She now has matched Dooley, both of them with 9 here tonight. They've combined for 18 of the 28. Here, the Warriors regain a 2-point lead. 15-13, 3 minutes to play. The ball sits on the right elbow. Running floater is no good. Weak side rebound underneath the rim as the floater hit nothing by the Rams, and a travel. Nice defense by Maggie Herndon. Warriors will retake the basketball. A game that I'd be lying to you if I said had any flow right now between either team, but all things considered, the Lee Scott Warriors a 2-point lead on the road. 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Haynes Kesey crossover dribble at the free throw line. Kick out Maggie Herndon on the right wing. She gets cut off as she tried to run her way left, right back to Ivett, and will set up the offense. Now to Haynes Kesey on the left wing. Gets to the free throw line but can't get any further. Hand off to Maggie Herndon, and she turns it over. And now a double dribble is going to be called on the Rams. We have 28 points tallied in the points column so far tonight. If I had the ability to keep track of the total turnovers, which we're usually able to have a pretty good number here on the Sports Network, it might be even more than that. Clark Ivett, her floater from the free throw line is no good. Rebound with Kelsey Carr. She's going to bring the ball up the floor. Apologies, that's number 3, Zariah Simpson. Guarded by Sydney Dunlap on the right wing. 2.5 to play here in the second quarter. She's cut off. Bounce pass to the elbow. Now kick out. Short corner jumper from 18 feet. Can't go down. Haynes Kesey able to strip away the rebound. 2 minutes to play here in this second quarter. Kesey running right. And they're going to call a foul from behind on the floor. They're going to call that on Zariah Simpson. So the Warriors will inbound under their own basket. 15-13, the Lee Scott Warriors have the basketball and have the lead here on the road at the 5A Valley Rams. Ivett gets it in the corner, brings it back to the right wing, now back to the top of the key. Left-handed power dribbling, turns her way back towards the middle of the floor. And they call her for a travel because she went to a jump step. And they said she picked up her pivot foot. When you come to a jump stop, you don't have a pivot foot. You can use either one. Oh, man. Dooley brings the ball up the floor. Guarded by Haynes Kesey. 1:45 to play. Catch and shoot three from McManus is short. Ball knocked out of bounds, out of Clark Ivett's hands, but it's Warrior basketball, 142. Haynes Kesey, now Sydney Dunlap. Now down low to Rayleigh Langford. Now we'll take it back out. Maggie Herndon from well beyond the three-point line. She can't get it to go. Haynes Kesey offensive rebound. Down low to Rayleigh Langford. And she's hit on the arm. She will head to the line to try and increase the Warriors' 2-point lead. Rayleigh Langford, the one senior for the varsity girls that we got to celebrate about this time last night. She steps to the line, and she knocks down the front end. Her first points here tonight, and the first points given in the points column, not next to Clark Ivett or Sydney Dunlap's name here tonight. And the second free throw was good. Rayleigh Langford continues to build the confidence on the floor again. Did not play basketball her junior year. Played her sophomore year. Took a year off and realized about halfway through she misses it. And before her senior year, walked back into Coach Corey Harrison's office and said, I want to play. And arguably the quickest jump ball whistle will keep the ball with the Valley Rams following the Caden Dooley layup being no good. 70 seconds to play here in the home of the Rams. The Warriors with a 4-point lead, guarded by Caden Dooley, or guarded by Rayleigh Langford, rather, is Caden Dooley. Crossover dribble, works her way back towards the middle of the floor. She throws it up in a ghost foul on Rayleigh Langford. Dooley's going to shoot free throws. And now there's a conversation as one of the officials I believe has had enough of one of the Lee Scott Warriors behind the scorer's table. And now Coach William Johnson and Coach Corey Harrison having a conversation with one of the main men here at Valley. I believe it was Coach Corey's husband. But both teams make their way back onto the floor. With 58 seconds to play. The first free throw from Dooley is good. Second free throw is on the way. Dooley now with 11 here tonight. 17-15. Haynes Kesey now to Dunlap. Now down low to Langford. Layup, no. But Haynes Kesey able to gather the offensive rebound. Kick out. Clark Ivett, and she knocks down another one. Clark Ivett now with 12 here tonight. The Warrior lead is back to 5. Under 35 seconds to play here in this second quarter. Dooley staring at the scoreboard. Appears to be rather happy, holding for the final shot. 20-15, Lee Scott Academy out in front of the Valley Rams on the road here at Valley. Dooley just alternating hands with her dribbling. Warriors content with allowing her to play with under 10 seconds. And now the Valley head coach will take a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here with you on the Lee Scott Sports Network. 9.4. Lee Scott Academy, a 5-point lead, looking to keep it right at that. Before we get you underway in the Orthopedic Clinic halftime report, the low-scoring first 16 minutes. Lots of turnovers, very defensive. Not too many fouls. Again, just honestly not too many shots up at the rim. Multiple turnovers in each quarter by both of these squads, and you feel like they come in alternating possessions. When Lee Scott turns it over, the Rams of Valley turn it over. And when Valley gets a bucket, Lee Scott gets a bucket. And Lee Scott now looking for one more stop before the halftime break. They lead at 20-15 here on the road at Valley. Inbounds pass will come to Caden Dooley at half court, guarded by Haynes Kesey. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. She gets down below the free throw line, throws it up, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebounds, and they're going to call a shooting foul with 0.8 seconds on the clock. Haynes Kesey doesn't necessarily agree with the call, but number 10, Kyla Williams, stands at the line. The teal shoes. Her first free throw is no good. Second free throw. This time is good off the glass. 0.8 seconds. Clark Ivan will get the inbound, and we'll just stand right there. After 16 minutes of play, not necessarily a pretty half by either team. But Lee Scott Academy will happily take a 4-point advantage into the halftime break. 20-16 here on the campus of the Valley Rams. And when we come back, we welcome you into the Orthopedic Clinic halftime report. We'll dive into some of these first half stats, regardless if we maybe won't want to, but we will dive into the first half stats and tell you everything about the setup here tonight on the campus of the Valley Rams and talk about what the Warriors need to do in this second half to come away with a big-time win here on the 5A Valley Rams. All of that coming up when we come back here on the Lee Scott Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Winter is in full swing at Mountain High Outfitters. Come see all the great gear to keep you warm and dry in style. From the North Face, Patagonia, Free People Movement, Viore, or Local Boy, we have you set for every day or your ski or snowboarding trip this season. Come see Mountain High Outfitters on South College next to Tzatziki's in the heart of Auburn. Experience the difference at Mountain High Outfitters. Get out, get active, be inspired, and live your passion.
Hi, this is Tyler with Gutter Pro. Around here, we believe details make the difference. That's why we're the premier choice for custom seamless gutter systems and leaf protection for both homes and businesses. No matter what kind of gutter you need, we do it all. From seamless installs to custom finishes, our work is built to last and tailored to your style. So don't settle for less. Leave it to the pros at Gutter Pro. Check us out today at gutterprosolutions.com. That's gutterprosolutions.com.
Owner Sean Snow founded Advanced Graphics in 2004 to satisfy a missing service need in East Alabama. 20 years later, Advanced Graphics has proven mission accomplished. For any comprehensive graphic need, vehicle wraps, decals, signs, custom apparel, and even those difficult-to-source laser-engraved ADA signs. The dedicated staff at Advanced Graphics offers exceptional quality with amazing customer service. Contact Advanced Graphics today at 334-501-8600. That's 501-8600. Advanced Graphics in Auburn. World-class service with local attention.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Homegrown and member-owned.
We love love our members love us.
Oh, yes. Ever since I got off active duty, they have helped me. I would recommend to anyone, if you really want to get your finances in order, come and see for yourself. I promise you, they will help you get on the path to financial freedom.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union with 2 local branches. Membership eligibility required. Accounts federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration.
My joints aren't what they used to be. Routine exercise, playing ball outside with the kids, riding bikes on vacation. I never worried about keeping up. But now, my joint pain has started slowing me down. I decided to make an appointment with the Orthopedic Clinic. Their surgical partners had the experience, technology, and personalized approach to care that I was looking for. Best of all, it was close to home. I'm thankful I chose the Orthopedic Clinic. Don't let joint pain slow you down. Visit theorthoclinic.com and schedule your appointment today.
The Lee Scott Academy Basketball Halftime Show is brought to you by the Orthopedic Clinic on Tiger Country 104.5.
(20-16) here at the halftime break. The Lee Scott Warriors out in front of the Valley Rams here on the road at the 5A Rams. We welcome you into the Orthopedic Clinic halftime report. The Orthopedic Clinic is East Alabama's go-to center for orthopedic care with locations in Auburn and Opelika. To better serve you, you can find them online at theorthoclinic.com. Not a pretty half by either team, and by any means. Almost more turnovers than total points here tonight. The Lee Scott Warriors had 16 first half turnovers, and the Valley Rams had 18. So just about more turnovers than points in this first half. But all things considered, the Lee Scott Warriors have gritted it out, grinded it out, and they lead by 4 here at the half. Some of these halftime stats are all of the halftime stats, but some of these stats are not overly worth mentioning, but we will read them out to you. Halftime stats are brought to you by Lee County Revenue Commissioner Olene Price, who reminds you that if you need services from her office, there's the main office at the courthouse in Opelika and satellite offices in Auburn and Smith Station. Clark Ivett leads all scorers here in the contest. She has 12. Sydney Dunlap has knocked down a three-pointer in the first quarter, and in the second quarter she has 6. Rayleigh Langford has knocked down 2 free throws, and those are your 20 points for the Lee Scott Academy Warriors. Caden Dooley, the main guard that we've talked about here since the beginning of the broadcast, she has 11. Michaela Adams with 2, Jemiah Johnson with 2, and Kyla Williams with 1. So between Clark Ivett and Caden Dooley, as expected, that is where a majority of the scoring will be done tonight. But all things considered right now, Caden Dooley has 11. Last time you played this Rams team on December 2nd, she had 48. So I think you don't mind where you're at right now if you're the Lee Scott Academy Warriors. They lead at 20-16 at the halftime break. And when we come back, we'll talk about what this Warrior team needs to do in the second half. Maybe an edited keys to the game, but keys to the second half for the Lee Scott Academy Warriors. We'll talk about that here on the other side of this 60-second break on the Lee Scott Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
From day one back in 1907, Auburn Bank's mission has been clear: to serve our community, see businesses flourish, and improve lives locally. By making sound business decisions and responding with care every day. Today, we continue to fulfill our mission with a team of local, commercial, and consumer lenders who are ready to help meet your needs and goals. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, online at auburnbank.com.
Hi, this is Tyler with Gutter Pro. Around here, we believe details make the difference. That's why we're the premier choice for custom seamless gutter systems and leaf protection for both homes and businesses. No matter what kind of gutter you need, we do it all. From seamless installs to custom finishes, our work is built to last and tailored to your style. So don't settle for less. Leave it to the pros at Gutter Pro. Check us out today at gutterprosolutions.com. That's gutterprosolutions.com.
This is the home of Lee Scott Academy basketball, Tiger Country 104.5.
We welcome you back into the Orthopedic Clinic halftime report. The Orthopedic Clinic is East Alabama's go-to center for orthopedic care with locations in Auburn and Opelika to better serve you. You can find them online at theorthoclinic.com. It's the Valley Rams and it's your Lee Scott Academy Warriors here on the road at the 5A Rams. It's the Warriors with a 4-point lead. They lead at 20-16 behind Clark Ivett's 12 first half points, well on her way to her 22.5 points per game average. And the girls in Navy tonight putting up their final shots before we get you underway with the start of the second half. And man, some things that you would love to see cleaned up. You got to find a way to break this pressure, break this press. Every single time they allow Clark Ivett to inbound the basketball, or to get the ball on the inbound, that is. But as soon as she does, they almost force her into the coffin corner. And then they try and force her to either get rid of the basketball and turn it over, or to simply get it just into the hands of any other Warrior and force them to be the one to bring the ball up the floor. But when you're doing that, this Valley team is almost sending 2, if not 3, at Clark Ivett every single time. 2 to set the trap, and 1 almost reading her eyes, trying to find where she is going to pass the ball next. But rather than that defender usually being right around half court, she's underneath right around the free throw line. And so 3 of the 5 Rams are guarding Clark Ivett just about in the half courts, and the few times that you've seen her really have success and try and push the ball up the field, maybe right around half court or so, it's a 3-on-1, 3-on-2 break for the Lee Scott Academy Warriors. They haven't necessarily taken advantage of it because, again, this Rams team has a little bit more size than the Lee Scott Warriors do down low, and so they have their one taller defender who's sitting up in the paint. But if the Warriors can knock down a couple open shots, or maybe even a step or two inside the three-point line, knock down a couple of mid-range jumpers, you might see this Valley Rams team try and take something different, try and take a little bit of a different approach to start Clark Ivett. That being said, again, she has 12 points, 12 of the 20 in this first half for the Lee Scott Academy Warriors. 20-16 here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. And when we come back, we get you underway with the start of the second half. We're back in 30 seconds here on the Lee Scott Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
When bones get out of joint, the Orthopedic Clinic is here, providing expert care and surgery when needed, wherever it hurts. Hand, wrist, foot, or ankle, back, neck, or hip. Offering minimally invasive surgery and cutting-edge joint replacement. Serving patients from throughout the region. See the sports injury experts for athletes of all types. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. The Orthopedic Clinic. Call for an appointment, 334-749-8303, or visit theorthoclinic.com.
Let's get back to the LSA action. It's on to the second half of our game, presented by Gouge Performing Arts Center on Tiger Country 104.5.
Start of the second half here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. Christian Griffin bringing you all of tonight's action on Tiger Country 104.5, tigercountry.net, that Radio Alabama app, the YouTube and Facebook live stream are up and rocking as well. And Lee Scott now going left to right. If you're watching on the stream, they're going to be scoring right in your living room. Here on the Lee Scott Sports Network, the Valley Rams will be going from right to left. So both teams scoring towards their own bench as Rayleigh Langford gets to start here in this second half, as does Dunlap, Ivett, Zellner, and Kesey. Clark Ivett has the ball on the left wing. She's double-teamed, able to get it to Haynes Kesey. Gets the screen from Lucy Zellner. Now the dribble handoff back to Sydney Dunlap. Here's that motion offense that we've seen at times for the Lee Scott Warriors. Able to get it to Clark Ivett. Her elbow jumper is good. Clark Ivett does such a nice job of moving without the basketball. Rather than just sitting in the corner, she finds herself and gets herself open and knocks down the elbow jumper to get the night started. Caden Dooley, that was going to draw contact on Haynes Kesey, and they're going to call a blocking foul and call it a shooting foul. 7:25 to play here in this third quarter, and the officials have already let a couple of the coaches as well as a couple of the fans at least, Scott, that they will not take any questioning. So Coach Corey Harrison, although not necessarily in agreement, feels as if she can't really go up and ask why the foul was blown. First free throw is no good. Second on the way for the junior point guard. And she gets the friendly roll, her first points here in the third quarter. She has 12. And the Warrior lead is 5. Haynes Kesey now in transition. Right-handed layup is up and good. Nice job by Haynes Kesey running the floor for the Lee Scott Warriors. And the lead is a touchdown Dooley brings the ball up the floor in the Kobe Grinch green shoes. Kicks it to the far corner, guarded by Sydney Dunlap. 7 minutes to play here in this third quarter. 1 minute gone by, and the Warriors have a bucket on each possession. 14-foot short corner jumper, well too strong. A line drive, rebounded by Clark Ivett. She's double-teamed, if not triple-teamed. Able to get it to Haynes Kesey. 3-on-2 if they see it. Get it down low. Lucy Zellner, pump fake, blow by. Can't get the first opportunity. Can't get the second one. Begging for a whistle. Haynes Kesey's able to get it. Kick out Clark Ivett. Her straightaway three rattles home. Clark Ivett now with 5 already here in the third quarter. And just like that, the 4-point lead has been extended to double digits. It's 27-17. Dooley now tries to respond, leaves it well short. Nice box out. Haynes Kesey looks to go in transition, guarded by Caden Dooley. Right-handed layup is no good. And no whistle is blown. Should have been out of bounds. But they're going to get it to Dooley, who stands at half court. 6 minutes to play in this third quarter. Six-foot line drive jumper is no good by Kyla Williams. Rayleigh Langford will gather the rebound. She brings the ball up the left side of the floor. Crossover dribble. Now to Clark Ivett, guarded by Jemiah Johnson. Crossover dribble, works her way left. Through contact, lays it up and in. Clark Ivett doesn't need the whistle. 7 points here in the third. Clark Ivett now up to 19 of the 29 for Lee Scott Academy. Dooley double teamed, gets it back to the top of the key. Now the line drive pass thrown to Michaela Adams, goes in and out of her hands. Ivett able to get the steal. Rayleigh Langford backs things up on the right wing, gets it to Ivett. Right now the Rams trying to find who they want to guard. Miss Clark Ivett, crossover dribble, running floater from the elbow is good. Too easy for Clark Ivett. Lee Scott Academy leads by 14, 31-17. 4.5 to play here in this third quarter. Dooley guarded by Haynes Kesey. Now to the left elbow, now back to Dooley on the right wing. Runs her way into the short corner, and she's able to throw it in and gets the foul call. That's the second team foul on Lee Scott here in the third quarter. I believe there's been 3 total team fouls called on the Rams. As Dooley converts on the old-fashioned three-point play. Warriors break the press, and Haynes Kesey turns it over yet again in transition. She can't decide if she wants to make the bounce pass or if she wants to take one extra dribble. And Lucy Zellner, who stands right under the rim, tries to pick a side to allow Haynes Kesey to go, and a miscommunication as Dooley, her elbow jumper is no good. Zellner fights through contact for the rebound, but then turns it over, trying to get it to Ivett. Layup no good. Haynes Kesey, nice box out, able to gather it. And now a blocking foul as Kesey ran the sideline. Nice job by Haynes Kesey. You can tell she's frustrated right now on the floor, but using that in a positive direction for this Lee Scott squad. They lead by 11 halfway through this third quarter here on the campus of the Valley Rams. And now the third defender on Clark Ivett in as many possessions, doing everything they can to frustrate Ivett. Langford has it. Kick out to Haynes Kesey on the right wing. Now a bounce pass, and they're going to call Haynes Kesey for another travel. Four minutes and 1 second to play here in this third quarter. And there's a conversation now between all of the officials, but I believe they might have taken a foul away. Only 2 team fouls for the Warriors that show up now instead of 3. Turnaround jumper at the top of the key is no good. Lucy Zellner skies for the rebound. Tries to get it to Haynes Kesey, but it's knocked out of bounds. A nice rebound from Zellner, but the one thing the Rams are trying to do right now is trying to force this Lee Scott team to almost speed them up and turn them over. Clark Iva was trapped in the coffin corner. Coach Corey Harrison able to call a timeout. It will be a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it right here with you on the Lee Scott Sports Network. 5:35. Here's Central Time as we get to welcome you into the weekend here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. 31-20 is the Lee Scott advantage. It was a 20-16 lead for Lee Scott Academy at the half. And outscoring the Rams 11-4 here in this third quarter. Clark Ivets has 9 of those 11. Haynes Kesey, a layup in transition. Lee Scott inbounding the basketball, gets it to Rayleigh Langford. Now to Clark Ivets. Has 3 or 4 Rams trying to track her down. Ball is knocked out of bounds from behind. It'll be Warrior basketball, baseline underneath right here in front of us. Rayleigh Langford will trigger for this Lee Scott Academy team. Tries to get it to Clark Ivets, but it goes off of her hands and is stolen underneath the baskets. 3.5 to play in the third. Michaela Adams now running a little bit of the point guard duties for the Valley Rams. Now Johnson now into the corner in Zariah Simpson. She gets the screen. Now back to Caden Dooley at the top of the key. Her step in three is off the right side of the rim. Clark Ivets skies for the rebound. And either an over-the-back foul or a reach-in foul as soon as she came down with it. A nice job by Clark Ivets skying for the rebound and coming down with 2 hands and landing on 2 feet. They're going to get Zariah Simpson on the reach-in foul. Inbound pass goes to Rayleigh Langford, but it's swatted away. And it goes into the hands of the Valley Rams. In transition is number 30, Jemiah Johnson, leaves the floater short. Ivet the rebound. Sydney Dunlap now crosses half court. And the official right here in front of us called the foul and got saying the other official had a better angle. So possession arrow will favor the Valley Rams with 2:54 to play here in the third. 31-20. Lee Scott Academy out in front of the Valley Rams in anything but a pretty contest here tonight, but the scoreboard would tell you otherwise by the Lee Scott advantage. 2.5 to play, 3-pointer no good, offensive rebounds, and the Rams will set up again. Jemiah Johnson leaves her 3-pointer short. A nice box out by Rayleigh Langford. She'll let the ball go out of bounds. And now it's time for the biggest Warrior test so far in this third quarter. Inbounding and being able to break the trap. Clark Ivet gets the bounce pass. A little escape dribble now. Almost a full court pass to Sydney Dunlap. She comes to a jump stop now down low. Haynes Kesey tries to get it to Lucy Zellner. Couldn't, but gets it back out to Dunlap right here in front of us. She can't knock down the triple, but she gets the offensive rebound. And hand off to Ivets. We will reset the offense. She gets the screen from Rayleigh Langford. Doesn't decide to use it. Runs towards the middle of the floor, and she's hacked on the way up. Clark Ivet, the sophomore guard, will head to the line to try and add to the 11-point Warrior advantage. The first free throw from Clark is good. Clark now with 10 points here in this third quarter. She's up to 22 here tonight. She had 22 last night, and before that, 43 against Glenwood, her career high. She goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. Not even worth the breath to say it. The Warrior lead is a baker's dozen, 33-20, as we hit 2 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Haynes Kesey guarding Caden Carr. Right-handed layup. Not sure how she had the angle, but she got it to go. Dooley now 6 points in the third. She has all 6 for the Rams in this second half. Baseball pass to Dunlap. Her 8-foot jumper is no good. Fight for the rebound goes into the hands of Michaela Adams. And Dooley looks to push. 90 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Dooley crossover dribble. Layup, no, but she's fouled either by Ivett or Zellner, depending on who they choose to get. They're going to get Clark Ivett on the shooting foul. That's the third team foul on the Warriors here in this third quarter. For better or for worse, not too many whistles via the foul so far through almost 3 quarters. The first free throw from Dooley is good. Clark Ivett has 11 of the 13 here in the third quarter for Lee Scott. And Caden Dooley has all 7 for the Rams. And this second free throw to try and trim it to a single deficit lead, or a single digit lead rather, but she leaves it short. Ivett the rebound, and she'll set up the offense with 1:20 to play here in the third quarter. She works her way through contact, protecting the basketball almost like a running back, works her way into the teeth of the Valley Rams defense and gets it to go off the front of the rim. Dooley now tries to respond in transition, and she does. Back and forth we go as expected all night long here tonight. Ivett with the basketball. Gets it to Sydney Dunlap once again. Dunlap will pick the ball up and tries to get it to Clark Ivett. It's knocked out of bounds. It will be Warrior basketball with 56 seconds here in the third. 35-25 as we approach the end of this third quarter. It's Langford, Ivett, Kesey, Zellner, and Dunlap, the 5 in Navy for Coach Corey Harrison. Langford sets the on-ball screen for the Ivett, and she gets it right back. Pump fake, and they'll say she moves her feet. It's Charlie Huddleston. She will sub in for Haynes Kesey. (35-25) as Dooley brings the ball across half court. Crossover dribble at the top of the key, running left. And the wild contest at the jumper is no good. But she's pushed from behind, the referees say, and so she, as in Caden Dooley, heads back to the free throw line yet again. Warriors held her to 11 in the first half. If she sinks both free throws, she could match that number here in the third. But she can't rattle in the first one. Dooley. 3 dribbles, a spin from her left to her right hand. Loads up and can't knock down either free throw. The ball tapped around. And the Valley Rams able to gather the offensive rebound. Left wing 3 is well short. Nice rebound by Zellner, but she turns it over. And now a loose ball foul on the Warriors. That's going to be the 5th team foul here in this third quarter, which is going to lead to free throws. For Lee Scott, you have to feel comfortable being okay, taking a couple dribbles following a rebound, because a rebound and immediately trying to get it to Ivett. They have 2, if not 3 sets of hands ready to try and deflect the pass. Sutton Lewis will check in for Miss Lucy. Second free throw on the way. And is no good. Ivett climbs for the rebound. 15 seconds to play here in this third quarter. And a timeout by the Lee Scott Warriors and Coach Corey Harrison, as Ivett was the only one on that side of the floor getting double teamed. But Corey Harrison will take another timeout, a 30-second timeout with 11.7. We'll keep it right here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. 35-25 here on the campus of the Valley Rams. We hope you'll stick with us following the conclusion of the varsity girls game, as the varsity boys will be shortly there to follow. We'll be able to break down that matchup after we recap what is hopefully a nice Lee Scott varsity girls win here in 8 minutes and 11.7 seconds of true game time. Langford, Ivet, Huddleston, Dunlap, and Lewis, the 5 on the floor here at the end of this third quarter. Rayleigh Langford will inbound the basketball. Lee Scott has the full length of the floor to go. 11.7 to play here in the third. Ivet gets it, immediately gets it right back to Langford. Now out to Sydney Dunlap, guarded by Dooley. Able to get it to Clark Ivet with 4. Now down low, nobody there. Sutton Lewis couldn't get it to go. Second chance opportunity is good. Sutton Lewis making us all hold our breath for a little bit longer than we would like, but 2 points is 2 points, and you'll take them however you can get them. The Warrior lead is a dozen, 37-25 after 3, and we're back in 30 seconds with the start of the fourth quarter here on the Lee Scott Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Hey guys, this is Tyler Reynolds with Reynolds Outdoors. Fall is right around the corner, which means hunting season will be on us before you know it. We are now carrying some of the best-known archery brand names like Matthews and PSE to go along with our well-stocked supply of firearms we have always been known for. And did you know we are the largest dealer of box blinds in Alabama, carrying popular brand names like Redneck and Banks? Don't forget, we carry Sitka, Bandit, and Drake apparel as well. Come see us today to meet all of your fall hunting needs. Located on Geneva Street in Opelika.
Through 3 here on the campus of the Valley Rams, and it's the Warrior lead sitting at a dozen as we get you underway in the start of the fourth quarter. It's Clark Ivets, Sydney Dunlap, Rayleigh Langford, Maggie Herndon, and Haynes Kesey, the 5 on the floor for Coach Corey Harrison to get this fourth quarter started. Maggie Herndon, who's just checked back into the game, has the basketball, gets the screen for Dunlap. Back to Langford on the left wing. She didn't have anywhere to go. She'll reset the offense. And now Ivets running towards the middle of the floor. Gets the pass, running full speed, and able to throw it up and in over the defender. Clark Ivets gets the scoring started for the Warriors here in the fourth quarter. Should be a travel. Instead, it's knocked out of bounds. It will be Warrior basketball, so regardless of the true outcome, it's Warrior basketball. Langford now to Kesey, now to Dunlap, and it's knocked out of bounds. Here right in front of us. 7:21 to play. You'd love to see this Warrior team, and I think that's what Coach Corey Harrison was talking about, being able to break the trap but eat a little bit of clock in the half court. Again, it's a 14-point game, 39-25. This Warrior defense has been proven to be very tight, especially inside the paint here this evening. Turnaround elbow jumper right on cue is good, plus the foul. Kayla Adams, 2 points in the first quarter. Her first 2 points since trims the lead right back to 12. As Lucy Zellner set to check back in for Maggie Herndon. Couple of dribbles and a spin for Adams at the free throw line, looking to convert on the old-fashioned three-point play, and she does. Adams now with 5 points. And the Warriors almost throw the ball away. They do. It couldn't be saved by Sydney Dunlap. Into the hands of Dooley. Kick out far corner 3 is good from Jemiah Johnson. Just like that, a 6-0 run trims the lead to 8. Haynes Kesey now to Sydney Dunlap in transition. Tried to get it to Lucy Zellner, and another turnover. And the Valley Rams have been brought back to life here in the first minute and 7 seconds of the fourth quarter. Here it is again. Valley doing such a good job speeding you up, forcing you to play a little too quickly, which again is the mindset right now. If you can get the ball across half court. As Dooley tries to kick it to Jemiah Johnson right back in the corner. Maybe a little contact, no whistle. But knocked out of bounds. It's Warrior basketball. 6:42 to play here in the fourth quarter. Dunlap brings the ball across half court. Gets it to Clark Ivitt with 6.5 to play. They double team her, try and force it out of her hands. Sydney Dunlap catch and shoots with a foot on the line. No good. Warriors going to have to find a way, burn a little bit of clock. Right now, the Valley Rams, they trail by 8, but they have all the momentum. Dooley works her way down low. Nice defense by Haynes Kesey. Jemiah Johnson has her three-pointer blocked by Haynes Kesey. And Kesey then turns it over in transition. Warriors have to feel comfortable, have to find a way to not let this pressure succumb to them here in this fourth quarter. The Warriors only 2 points in this fourth quarter, only one true field goal. You had the one that was missed from Dunlap, but didn't necessarily love how quickly you took it. And you can hear Coach Corey Harrison, as I'm basically a member of the bench here on the campus of Valley, as the walk-in three is no good. From Emmeline McManus, goes out of bounds. Sydney Dunlap brings the ball up the floor. Gets it to Rayleigh Langford, who's trying to get it to Ivan, and she does. There's 6 minutes to play. Langford now works her way inside. Elbow jumper is no good. And they call an offensive foul on Lucy Zellner. Every time the Lee Scott Warriors get the basketball, the possession is 10 seconds max right now, and in a game where points are at a premium. Again, a little motion offense, burn 20, 30 seconds if you can. As Dooley works her way downhill, can't get it to go off the right side of the rim. Lewis able to get it off the rebound. Now Dunlap, now Ivitt. And the ball turned over. Rayleigh Langford able to strip it away, and a shooting foul is called. Rayleigh Langford will head to the line to shoot two. Chaotic here in this fourth quarter. Whew. Need these free throws from Rayleigh Langford, and she confidently and calmly knocks down the front end. The Warrior lead is back to 9 with 5.5 to play here in this fourth and final period. Second free throw from Langford is good. Rayleigh now 4 points, all coming from the stripe, and just like that, the Warrior lead back to 10. Going to have to find a way to get a couple stops. Kesey guarding Caden Dooley, running to her left, goes up with the right hand, can't get it to go. Haynes Kesey, the strong rebound. They're going to force it out of Ivitt's hands, but don't succumb to the pressure. Ivitt able to get the basketball back. Now comes to the jump stop, kick outs, far corner three from Haynes Kesey is good. Warriors needed that one. Lead back to a baker's dozen at 13. 5 minutes to play. Johnson tries to respond, has it blocked by Clark Ivitt in the far corner. Ivitt now gets bumped, brings the ball up the half court. Kesey back to Dunlap. She's going to pull it in transition. Can't get that one to go, but she's there to get the offensive rebound. Actually, it was Langford, and she goes up strong and will head right back to the free throw line to look to add to the total. They're looking to add to the Warrior 13-point lead. Warriors have done a nice job in these last 60 seconds, almost taking it in 1 minute increments here in this fourth quarter. The Rams cut it from 14 to 8, and just like that, it's right back to 14 with 4:43 to play as Langford knocks down the front end. Couple of dribbles, and Langford goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. 6 big free throws from Rayleigh Langford, 4 of them here in this fourth quarter. A 15-point lead for the Warriors here on the road at the 5A Valley Rams. As we approach the 6 o'clock hour here on the Lee Scott Sports Network, we appreciate everybody for being here with us. Dooley, a couple crossover dribbles, one towards the other. Three-pointer well too strong. Nice on-ball defense. Haynes Kesey, long rebound with the Warriors. And now a jump ball is going to be in favor of the Rams. The ball will stay on the far side of the floor with 4:28 here in the fourth. Kesey, Dunlap, Ivitt, Langford, and Lewis, the 5 on the floor for Coach Corey Harrison. These varsity girls looking to get their 17th win of the 2025-2026 season. Only 2 team fouls, so not really worried about that quite yet. Dooley trying to post up on the left block, dribbles it off of her foot, but it goes right into the hands of one of her teammates on the right wing. Back to Johnson at the top, now back to Dooley, mano-a-mano. Trying to call a little bit of an isolation on Haynes Kesey, but the on-ball defense forces her to get rid of the basketball. Now Adams, now back to Johnson. Nice defense here by the Warriors. Almost a turnover is. It was Adams that tried the cross-court pass to Caden Dooley, who was out beyond the left wing, but it goes over out of bounds right by the scorer's table. Lee Scott takes back over with 4:03 here in the contest. And right now, if you're the Lee Scott Warriors, get back into that motion offense, run a little bit of sets, run some time off this clock. They're going to force the ball out of Ivet's hands as soon as she crosses half court, but the other 4 on the floor. Again, don't succumb to the pressure here on the road. Ivet has it on the left wing. Crossover dribble, almost has it stripped. And on the second dribble, she does. Under 4 minutes to play. Rams now work in transition, spins her way back towards the middle of the floor. And number 10, Kyla Williams, who has 1 point here tonight, will head back to the line to look to add to her totals. First free throw from Williams is too strong off the back iron. .344 to play here in this fourth quarter. Second free throw from Williams. Should be a free throw violation. Should be Warrior basketball, and it is. It's a great call by the far official. It was Dooley standing in between 2 of the Warriors who moved before it left Williams' hands. The free throw didn't go down, so I guess it wouldn't have truly mattered regardless. Inbounds goes to Haynes Kesey, right back to Rayleigh Langford, and she'll bring the ball across the floor. Now pass to Haynes Kesey, and the Warriors look to use a little bit of clock. Instead, Sydney Dunlap pulls it from the left wing, and she knocks down another triple. Sydney Dunlap, 3 triples here on the night, adding from her 5 last night. She now has 9. Her last 24 points all coming from behind the 3-point line, and the Warrior lead, just like that, is back to 18 points. 3:29 to play here in the contest. Timeout on the floor. We'll stay right here with you on the Lee Scott Sports Network. But while we have a moment, let's pause for station identification here on the Lee Scott Sports Network.
Tiger Country 104.5 is a Radio Alabama station, part of the Auburn Networks family. WAUE HD2, Waverly, Auburn, Opelika.
Auburn, Opelika Country. Tiger Country 104.5.
3.5 to play here in this fourth quarter. The Valley Rams and the Lee Scott Warriors doing battle for the second time this season, the first time since December 2nd, where the Warriors took down the Rams 70-63 inside Sanford Gymnasium. The Warriors of Lee Scott, the 3A Warriors, looking to sweep the 5A Rams and do so with a nice win here on the road. Dooley will bring the ball up the floor, gets the screen from her teammate, now running into the far corner. Skip pass to the far wing in front of us. Jemiah Johnson running left-handed layup is good. Johnson now up to 7 in the contest, 5 of them here in this fourth quarter. Haynes Kesey now with the basketball. She crosses half court in a tie-up with Kesey and Dooley. The possession arrow favors the Lee Scott Warriors with 3:09 here in the contest. Lee Scott, again, if you can burn 20 seconds here in this possession as it's knocked out of bounds off the hands of Johnson. Once again, trying to find Sydney Dunlap is Maggie Herndon. Clark Ivet is being double teamed right now, just almost walking out of the play completely. Langford has it, running towards the middle of the floor. Now Haynes Kesey gets to the free throw line. Now Maggie Herndon, her step in 3 is off the front side of the rim. And Coach Corey Harrison, following the foul from Clark Ivet, immediately going over to Herndon, telling her we don't need to shoot that. Right now, you're not valuing field goal attempts or valuing how quickly you can get them off. Instead, you're trying to burn as much time as you possibly can, as Dooley's step in 3 from the top of the key is no good. Ivet with the long rebound all the way in the far corner. Now to Sydney Dunlap. And there it is. She will wisely slow things back up and get it to Ivett with 2:40 to play. Now Langford back to Ivett, and there is this motion offense that, again, you can afford to run a little bit of. Herndon, dribble handoff to Dunlap. Gets the screen from Langford. Now to Kesey. Herndon. There it is. 20 seconds gone by here in this possession alone, as Ivett has it all the way beyond the volleyball line, extended at the top of the key. Ivett now gets blitzed. She has it stripped, almost falls to the floor, no whistle. 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Dooley running the middle of the floor, throws it up, can't get it to go, but she'll head to the line to shoot a couple free throws. More importantly, though, again, almost 30 seconds burnt off from that possession by Lee Scott Academy. 2:04. If you do that one or two more times, you can walk out of here with a nice victory. First free throw from Caden Dooley is good. And how important is this? Her first points here in this fourth quarter. You forced Adams and Johnson to take over, and because of that, you've been able to increase your Warrior lead. (49-34). The Lee Scott Warriors have the lead in the varsity girls competition. Dooley at the line for her second. There she knocks it down. Back to a 14-point lead. Dunlap runs the right side of the floor, almost has it stripped. Able to gather it, get it to Clark Ivett. 2 minutes to play. Ivett towards the middle of the floor, can't get the floater to go. And now Dooley, you know, is going to look to push in transition. Gets it down low to Kyla Williams. Layup, no. Fight for the rebound. Is knocked away momentarily. She's able to get it back, and she lays it in. 1:40 to play here in the contest. Outlet to a Sydney Dunlap, who didn't put the ball on the floor. They're going to call her for a travel, even though she took her 2 gather steps. You don't need to put the ball on the floor. 49-37. Just like that, you stress it just a little bit more. Dooley gets the ball to the middle of the floor, gets it down low. Left-handed layup is no good. Now a fight for the rebound. It's with Clark Ivett. And neither official has made any signal until the PA announcer let them know that he called jump ball, and then both of them put their thumbs up to let them know that they're doing a good job. Under 90 seconds to play here in the contest. Rams with the basketball. Dooley works her way towards the middle of the floor. Can't get the layup to go. Another fight for the rebound. Adams able to walk away with it, and a timeout is called by the Valley head coach. 1 minute and 18 seconds to play. 49-37. The Lee Scott Warrior lead is a dozen, but this game is still very far from over. Lee Scott has done a nice job over the past couple of possessions of shrinking this game, burning a lot of clock in their half-court sets. But the Rams have also done a really nice job of forcing Lee Scott to speed up before they're able to get to half court. After rebounds, after inbounds, forcing the ball out of Clark Ivett's hands, forcing anybody else to bring the ball up the floor, and because of that, it's led to a couple turnovers, which has extended this contest. 49-37 is your score here in this fourth quarter. The Lee Scott Warriors, the varsity girls, and Coach Corey Harrison and company looking to complete the 2-game sweep over the 5A Valley Rams. And we appreciate everybody for being here with us on the Lee Scott Sports Network, whether it's Tiger Country 104.5, tigercountry.net, or that Radio Alabama app. 1 minute 18 to play here in the contest, and a 5-second violation. Nice defense by the Warriors. They steal another possession. Herndon will inbound it. The half-court pass to Rayleigh Langford. Nobody was there. She'll walk across the timeline and wisely slow things up. Approaching 60 seconds to play. Langford is going to get called for the double dribble. Tried to get it to Clark Ivett, couldn't decide if she wanted to take another dribble or pick it up, as she saw Ivett was open and the gap quickly closed. Rams get it back with right around a minute to play. Dooley, the quick pass to McManus in the far corner, couldn't rattle home a triple. Rayleigh Langford the rebound. Now to Clark Ivett, 60 seconds to play here in this fourth quarter. Ivett brings the ball across half court. She's blitzed. Gets it to Maggie Herndon, who wasn't looking. Almost gets it stripped. And another turnover for the Warriors. Could have been a carry, but Johnson can't get the floater to go regardless. Ivett the rebound, and Dooley brings her to the floor. Nice strong rebound from Clark Ivett, who averages almost 10 of them a game. Clark Ivett doing it all tonight. First 3 quarters primarily with scoring here in the fourth quarter. It's been a lower scoring affair. Only 2 points for the sophomore guard, but what could possibly be the biggest rebound of the night as the Warriors get the ball back with 46.1, leading by 12. Ivett gets the inbounds pass. Is brought almost to the coffin corner, but gets it to Rayleigh Langford, 40 seconds to play. She brings it across the Valley V at half court. Dribble handoff to Maggie Herndon. Now down low to Clark Ivett. Her running layup is no good, but she's fouled and will head to the line with 32.3. Clark Ivett calmly knocks down the front end. Ivett had 7 points in the first. She had 5 in the second, 13 in the third, and now 3 here in this fourth quarter. Make it 4. So Clark Ivett now 29 of the 51 here tonight. 30 seconds to play. The Warrior lead is 14. And no pressure at all from beyond the three-point line, as Charlie Huddleston, who's checked back in, almost gets a steal, knocks it out of bounds with 22.4. And the biggest key note is Caden Dooley for the Rams is no longer on the floor. Adams, wild contest at the running left-handed layup from right around the left elbow is no good, knocked off the padding. Instead, it wasn't knocked off the padding, it was shot off the padding. 15 seconds to play, and Valley will not supply any pressure. They wave the white flag here at home tonight. Clark Ivett walks the ball across half court with 8 seconds, 7 seconds, and everybody standing right there. A round of applause from Coach Corey Harrison. Not a pretty win, but any win on the road is a beautiful one. And the Lee Scott varsity girls pick up their 17th win here in the 2025-2026 season, and they complete the 2-game regular season sweep over the 5A Valley Rams. The Lee Scott varsity girls win at 51-37, and when we come back, we'll give a nice preview with the varsity boys, as well as recapping the varsity girls contest. Stay with us, won't you, right here on the Lee Scott Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Every sports team has a glue guy, the unsung hero that does the dirty work. Society's glue guys are towing companies. Whether your car is in an accident or you own a business and need a vehicle moved, we all need tow trucks. When you need one, call Auburn Express Towing, offering 24-hour towing services. AET specializes in parking lot and private property towing in Auburn. Call 334-821-6033. Auburn Express Towing, located at 615 Opelika Road.
Winter is in full swing at Mountain High Outfitters. Come see all the great gear to keep you warm and dry in style. From the North Face, Patagonia, Free People Movement, Viore, or Local Boy, we have you set for every day or your ski or snowboarding trip this season. Come see Mountain High Outfitters on South College next to Tzatziki's in the heart of Auburn. Experience the difference at Mountain High Outfitters. Get out, get active, be inspired, and live your passion.
Experience and knowledge from the pros.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Building Supply is your hometown home improvement store. You'll find what you need when you need it. And as a Russell Rewards member, you'll be in the know about monthly specials and exclusive offers. Russell Building Supply, East University in Auburn, across from Cary Creek Publix.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Homegrown and member-owned.
We love our members love us.
Oh yes, ever since I got off active duty, they have helped me. I would recommend to anyone, if you really want to get your finances in order, come and see for yourself. I promise you, they will help you get on the path to financial freedom.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union with 2 local branches. Membership eligibility required. Accounts federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration.
Hi, this is Tyler with Gutter Pro. Around here, we believe details make the difference. That's why we're the premier choice for custom seamless gutter systems and leak protection for both homes and businesses. No matter what kind of gutter you need, we do it all. From seamless installs to custom finishes, our work is built to last and tailored to your style. So don't settle for less. Leave it to the pros at Gutter Pro. Check us out today at gutterprosolutions.com. That's gutterprosolutions.com.
Owner Sean Snow founded Advanced Graphics in 2004 to satisfy a missing service need in East Alabama. 20 years later, Advanced Graphics has proven mission accomplished. For any comprehensive graphic need, vehicle wraps, decals, signs, custom apparel, and even those difficult-to-source laser-engraved ADA signs. The dedicated staff at Advanced Graphics offers exceptional quality with amazing customer service. Contact Advanced Graphics today at 334-501-8600. That's 501-8600. Advanced Graphics in Auburn. World-class service with local attention.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Building Supply is your hometown home improvement store. You'll find what you need when you need it. And as a Russell Rewards member, you'll be in the know about monthly specials and exclusive offers. Russell Building Supply, East University in Auburn, across from Cary Creek Publix.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Every sports team has a glue guy, the unsung hero that does the dirty work. Society's glue guys are towing companies. Whether your car is in an accident or you own a business and need a vehicle moved, we all need tow trucks. When you need one, call Auburn Express Towing, offering 24-hour towing services. AET specializes in parking lot and private property towing in Auburn. Call 334-821-6033. Auburn Express Towing, located at 615 Opelika Road.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Tiger Country 104.5 is a Radio Alabama station, part of the Auburn Networks family. WAUE HD2, Waverly, Auburn, Opelika.
Auburn, Opelika Country. Tiger Country 104.5.
The following is a presentation of Radio Alabama Sports. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited.
Lee Scott Academy Basketball is on Tiger Country 104.5. Presented by the Orthopedic Clinic, Goodge Performing Arts Center, Mountain High Outfitters, and Russell Building Supply. Also brought to you by Auburn Bank, Gutter Pro, Advanced Graphics, Auburn Express Towing, and Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Now, live from courtside, here's the voice of Lee Scott Academy Basketball, Christian Griffin.
The Lee Scott varsity girls pick up a gritty, ugly win on the road. And now it's time for the varsity boys to do the same thing and complete the 4-game regular season sweep over the Valley Rams, and this time to do it on the road at the Rams. We welcome you back into the Lee Scott Sports Network. I'm Christian Griffin, bringing you all of tonight's action on the Lee Scott Sports Network, whether it's Tiger Country 104.5, tigercountry.net, or that Radio Alabama app. My goodness, did you miss a rock fight in the first 3.5 quarters of that varsity girls contest? But all things considered, a sigh of relief from everybody here to my left and all of the girls here in front of me as well. I got to play in that contest, a 51-37 win for the Lee Scott Academy Warriors. It was Clark Ivett that led the way. She had 29 points and 25 of those in the first 3 quarters. Haynes Kesey added 5. Rayleigh Langford knocked down 6 free throws, 6 of 6 from the line, and 4 of those coming in the fourth quarter, where the Warriors were really having a tough time finding the bottom of the net. Sydney Dunlap knocked down a triple in the first, the second, and the fourth quarter. She had 9 points, continuing her lights-out shooting from behind the arc. And Sutton Lewis added 2 points in there as well. But again, Clark Ivett, the star for the Lee Scott Warriors, the sophomore guard, added another 29-point outing. Not sure the exact number, the exact total of 20-point performances this season or just in general, but my goodness, a walking 25 points a night for this Lee Scott Academy squad. And now we flip over to the varsity boys, and my goodness, what a contest do we have here tonight as Lee Scott Academy looks to get their 22nd win here of the 2025-2026 season. They finished 6-0 in area play, and they now welcome in, or they go to rather. They are welcomed by the 5A Valley Rams, who are 11-10 on the season. But a team, as we know, and as a lot of people would say the same thing about their own squad, feel much more comfortable, play a little bit better inside their home gymnasium. So Coach William Johnson and company have their sets and their marks matched up for them here tonight. Let's take a look at tonight's keys to the game. They're presented by Jeff Croat-Trant Funeral Home and Crematory, serving Opelika, Auburn, and Lee County since 1988. Biggest things, you feel like it's a lot of the similar ones from last night, but even more so tonight, being on the road, taking care of the little things, the 50-50 balls, your free throws, your extra passes to allow you to set up some better shots. This Lee Scott Warrior team did not shoot it well from 3 last night. In fact, they only knocked down 4, and they shot 30 of them, 4 for 30 from behind the arc last night against Los Shapoka. Some of those lazy possessions, some of those ones where if you make that one more pass, man, you set your teammates up for that much of a better shot, or just a little pump fake and get downhill, because that's where this Lee Scott team thrives, shooting almost 55% from 2, but only a 30% three-point shooting team as a whole. Rebound and go. This team wants to get out in transition, and when you go back to the game that these teams played back on December 2nd, which was a 73-53 win on the campus of Lee Scott Academy inside Sanford Gymnasium, Lee Scott dominating the rebounding numbers. They beat them 39-22 in that category. Now you have to, again, find a way to do it away from your home building. And third, stay healthy. Take care of business. Although this is a game that you desperately want to win, again, a 20-point win, do what you need to do. If you can get out of here and get out rather early, allow some guys to get some minutes, allow guys to stay healthy as you work your way towards that area tournament. That is your main priority, your main focus. And for the starting 5, that's your duty, that's your job here tonight for the Lee Scott Academy Warriors. One more time, I want to shout out the Lee Scott competition squad as they took on Orlando this weekend, and I believe were set to perform either at 3:30 or 4:30. Apologies, I don't remember the exact time, but wanted to continue to give them a shout out all weekend long, and as many times as we can, show them as much love as we possibly can here on the Lee Scott Sports Network as we continue to count you down to opening tip between the Valley Rams and your Lee Scott Academy Warriors. Again, tonight's keys to the game presented by Jeff Croat-Trant Funeral Home and Crematory. You can call on them in your time of need. When we come back, we'll talk you around the starting lineups and get you opening tip here between the Valley Rams and your Lee Scott Academy Warriors. All of that coming up here on Tiger Country 104.5.
From day one back in 1907, Auburn Bank's mission has been clear: to serve our community, see businesses flourish, and improve lives locally by making sound business decisions and responding with care every day. Today, we continue to fulfill our mission with a team of local, commercial, and consumer lenders who are ready to help meet your needs and goals. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, online at auburnbank.com.
Hey guys, this is Tyler Reynolds with Reynolds Outdoors. Fall is right around the corner, which means hunting season will be on us before you know it. We are now carrying some of the best-known archery brand names like Matthews and PSE to go along with our well-stocked supply of firearms we have always been known for. And did you know we are the largest dealer of box blinds in Alabama, carrying popular brand names like Redneck and Banks? Don't forget, we carry Sitka, Bandit, and Drake apparel as well. Come see us today to meet all of your fall hunting needs. Located on Geneva Street in Opelika.
Owner Sean Snow founded Advanced Graphics in 2004 to satisfy a missing service need in East Alabama. 20 years later, Advanced Graphics has proven mission accomplished. For any comprehensive graphic need, vehicle wraps, decals, signs, custom apparel, and even those difficult-to-source laser-engraved ADA signs. The dedicated staff at Advanced Graphics offers exceptional quality with amazing customer service. Contact Advanced Graphics today at 334-501-8600. That's 501-8600. Advanced Graphics in Auburn. World-class service with local attention.
Hi, this is Tyler with Gutter Pro. Around here, we believe details make the difference. That's why we're the premier choice for custom seamless gutter systems and leaf protection for both homes and businesses. No matter what kind of gutter you need, we do it all. From seamless installs to custom finishes, our work is built to last and tailored to your style. So don't settle for less. Leave it to the pros at Gutter Pro. Check us out today at gutterprosolutions.com. That's gutterprosolutions.com.
Lee Scott Academy Basketball on Tiger Country 104.5 is presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
They added another minute or two to the clock, so we'll continue our pregame here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, whether it's Tiger Country 104.5, tigercountry.net, or that Radio Alabama app. Just about a minute and a half before we get underway with the lineups and the opening tip between the Valley Rams and your Lee Scott Academy Warriors. And a reminder again, the Lee Scott varsity girls winning their 16th contest here in the 17th contest in the 2025-2026 season behind Clark Ivett's 29 points. Sophomore guard lit it up again in the first three quarters. And now it's time for the Lee Scott varsity boys to do the same thing, coming off a 67-55 win over Lochapoka last night. Hopefully have fresh legs here tonight. So we'll take a little break as we have a little recognition at halftime, or at the half court rather. And when we come back, we'll get you starting lineups and opening tip between the Valley Rams and your Lee Scott Academy Warriors. All of that coming up when we come back. You're listening to Radio Alabama Sports on Tiger Country 104.5.
My joints aren't what they used to be. Routine exercise, playing ball outside with the kids, riding bikes on vacation. I never worried about keeping up. But now, my joint pain has started slowing me down. I decided to make an appointment with the Orthopedic Clinic. Their surgical partners had the experience, technology, and personalized approach to care that I was looking for. Best of all, it was close to home. I'm thankful I chose the Orthopedic Clinic. Don't let joint pain slow you down. Visit theorthoclinic.com and schedule your appointment today.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Every sports team has a glue guy, the unsung hero that does the dirty work. Society's glue guys are towing companies. Whether your car is in an accident or you own a business and need a vehicle moved, we all need tow trucks. When you need one, call Auburn Express Towing, offering 24-hour towing services. AET specializes in parking lot and private property towing in Auburn. Call 334-821-6033. Auburn Express Towing, located at 615 Opelika Road.
Winter is in full swing at Mountain High Outfitters. Come see all the great gear to keep you warm and dry in style. From the North Face, Patagonia, Free People Movement, Viore, or Local Boy, we have you set for every day or your ski or snowboarding trip this season. Come see Mountain High Outfitters on South College next to Tzatziki's in the heart of Auburn. Experience the difference at Mountain High Outfitters. Get out, get active, be inspired, and live your passion.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Building Supply is your hometown home improvement store. You'll find what you need when you need it. And as a Russell Rewards member, you'll be in the know about monthly specials and exclusive offers. Russell Building Supply, East University in Auburn, across from Cary Creek Publix.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Homegrown and member-owned.
We love our members love us.
Oh yes, ever since I got off active duty, they have helped me. I would recommend to anyone, if you really want to get your finances in order, come and see for yourself. I promise you, they will help you get on the path to financial freedom.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union with 2 local branches. Membership eligibility required. Accounts federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration.
Hey guys, this is Tyler Reynolds with Reynolds Outdoors. Fall is right around the corner, which means hunting season will be on us before you know it. We are now carrying some of the best-known archery brand names like Matthews and PSE to go along with our well-stocked supply of firearms we have always been known for. And did you know we are the largest dealer of box blinds in Alabama, carrying popular brand names like Redneck and Banks? Don't forget, we carry Sitka, Bandit, and Drake apparel as well. Come see us today to meet all of your fall hunting needs. Located on Geneva Street in Opelika.
Now the starting lineups, presented by Auburn Bank on your LSA sports station, Tiger Country 104.5.
We welcome you back to the campus of the Valley Rams here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. Appreciate everybody for holding on during a little break. You had a couple recognitions at half court, and all 3 officials got plaques and flowers and banners, and hopefully not necessarily a sight for the future of tonight and how this game goes. But tonight's starting lineups are presented by Auburn Bank. Their local team stands ready to discuss your financial needs and goals. Auburn Bank, champions of you and proud sponsor of Lee Scott Warrior basketball. It's that usual 5 that we're used to seeing on the floor to start here for the Lee Scott Academy Warriors. Number 1, Gray Haley. Number 2, Hayden Harper. Number 10, William Lyles. Number 11, Parks Myers. And Cord Zellner wearing number 20 rounds out the starting 5 for the Lee Scott Warriors. Lee Scott tonight's in their road navy on navies. The red Warrior script with the white outline, the red power stripes on either side, and the red numbers with the white trim on the front and back. The Valley Rams here at home in their home whites, Valley written in navy across the chest with the orange accents. William Lyles and number 13, Braden Bunn, set to tip it off here tonight. And the Rams win the opening tip, so we're off and going here tonight. Valley and Lee Scott Academy doing battle here tonight. Ball sits on the left wing, now into the far corner. Skip pass to the right wing, guarded by William Lyles. Works down low, does number 1, Azarion Jennings. Layup, no. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will be Rams basketball. It was Parks Myers who tried running the floor after gathering the rebounds. But it's the Rams and Jennings who will maintain possession of the basketball. 30 seconds gone by here in the first. They're trying to find Bunn in the short corner. Gray Haley does a nice job fronting the post. Ball swinging around the perimeter for the Rams. Back to Jennings right in front of us here on the right side. Gets to the short corner, gets cut off. Nice defense, William Lyles. The short corner touch shot, no good. Lyles will sky for the rebound and a hand check foul on Azarion Jennings. A little frustration right there after trying to work through the contact. But again, he initiated it on the offensive end, and it was Lyles that almost backed it up. Didn't allow him to create anything offensively. At least got their first possession of the night. Cord Zellner at the top of the key. Now Parks Myers back to Hayden Harper. He gets to the right elbow, works his way downhill. Gray Haley, jab step, running right-handed layup is good. Through contact, but Gray Haley continues his nice scoring. Hayden Harper steals the inbounds pass and is met at the rim, but is hacked. He'll head to the line to shoot a couple. Lee Scott after made baskets, something they do better than just about everybody, being able to set up that full court trap, being able to steal possessions. And Hayden Harper stands at the free throw line, looking for his first points here tonight. And he confidently knocks down the front ends, 3-0 here early. Couple of dribbles for Hayden. And the second free throw, despite being on the road, gets the friendly shooter's roll. 4-0 Warriors as they set up the full court pressure. Again, almost kind of what you've seen if you're an Auburn University fan, or what you see a lot of in college basketball, where you force the team to inbound the basketball and then there's a little bit less pressure as the layup is no good from Bunn. He's able to get the offensive rebound, and he shows the size, the tallest man on the floor by far for either team here tonight. They're going to try and feed him throughout the evening. Gray Haley has it at the top of the key. Now works his way right, spins back towards the middle of the floor. Through contact, no whistle. Bunn the rebound. A 3-on-4 break. But the Rams take it in anyways. Floater from the middle of the floor is no good. Haley skies for the rebound. Hayden Harper running the left side of the floor. Gets picked up right at the volleyball line. Works his way downhill. Gets cut off in the short corner. Out to Mr. Orange Shoes and William Lyles, who, for the keynote, does start with both orange shoes. Catch and shoot. Hayden Harper triple. Hayden Harper's first field goal comes from behind the three-point line, and nice starts for the Warriors, who shot 4 of 30 from 3 last night. A nice start here on the road. 7-2. Lee Scott Academy. Almost a backcourt violation. Jennings has the basketball, guarded by William Lyles at the top of the key. 5.5 to play in the first quarter. The Warrior lead is 5. Right wing now into the short corner, guarded by Cord Zellner. Lowers his shoulder. Could be an offensive foul. No whistle. Layup, no good. Gray Haley the rebound. Gets it out to Parks Myers. He works his way with the strong left hand. Gets it down low. William Lyles' layup is beautiful. Nice ball movement for the Lee Scott Warriors. Their lead is a touchdown. 3 minutes into the contest here tonight on the campus of the Valley Rams. 9-2. Ball is walked across half court with 5 minutes to play in this first quarter. The Lee Scott man-to-man defense extended all the way out to the volleyball line. Jennings works his way downhill, fade away, elbow jumper is good. Harper between the legs dribble. Kick to the far corner, William Lyles. Now Gray Haley, he gets cut off. Back to Lyles. His catch and shoot three is too strong. Zarion with the weak side rebound. Tries to outlet it to a teammate. Gets knocked out of bounds, or gets knocked up in the air rather. Almost goes off the rafters here. Catch and shoot three in response by number 20, Kellyon Dent. And the lead is trimmed back down to 2. Hayden Harper between the legs dribble, works his way through contact and lays it up and in. Hayden Harper now with 7 here tonight. He has as many as the Rams do as a team halfway through this first period. 11-7 is the Warrior lead. Ball outside the right wing, now at the top of the key. Gets the on-ball screen, does Dent. He just knocked down a 3, thought about another. 15-foot short corner jumper is no good. Fight for the rebound goes to Parks Myers. Now to Hayden Harper across half court. Gray Haley thought about the three. William Lyles in the corner running baseline. Down low to Cord Zellner. Lowers his shoulder, gets the layup blocked, and a couple of Rams fight for it. They both walk it out of bounds. It's Warrior basketball. Baseline underneath. And there's that substitution that you see halfway through just about every single quarter. Hayden Harper remains on the floor. The four others sub out, and it's Chapman Harris, Barrett Cook, Brooke Zachary, as Harris has his three-pointer blocked, and Hollywood Watley, the five on the floor for Lee Scott Academy. 11-7, approaching the 3-minute mark here in this first quarter. Jennings sets the offense, standing in the circle at half court. Now in the far corner, Dent towards the middle of the floor. Number 5, Kaysen Varner lowers his shoulder, runs into Harris. They tried to draw the charge, no whistle. Layup was no good. Now in transition, Hayden Harper leaves the layup short. Ball tapped around into the hands of Varner. Now Dent between the legs dribble, gets the ball across half court. He has it at the free throw line. He'll pull it. His jumper no good. Chapman Harris, a strong rebound. He gets it to Brooke Zachary. Right-handed layup, goes up strong. Can't get the whistle. And now Jennings, 3-on-2. Loses it momentarily, goes up strong. Hayden Harper, good contest. Nobody there for the offensive rebounds. Second chance, no. Brooke Zachary now skies for the rebound. 2-on-1. Hayden Harper, Barrett Cook, he lays it up. Did they call a travel? They called a travel on Barrett Cook, who had it stripped, put the ball on the floor, and laid it up with the left hand. Apologies, I had it blocked. Couldn't quite see the angle, so instead of a fast break, layup for Cookie. He gets called for, I'm not really sure, to be honest. 11-7, 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Fade away from the left elbow is the tough jumper from C.J. Johnson, but he gets it to go. 11-9 is the Warrior lead. 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Harper, left-handed dribbling, kicks it to the far corner in Wyatt Watley. Bounce pass to Brooke Zachary. Goes off of his knee, but he's able to save it. Catch and shoot. Harper can't rattle it home. Ball knocked out of bounds. Should stay on this side. It does. With the Warriors. Harper with 7. Haley and Lyles both with 2. Barrett Cook will inbound for Lee Scott Academy. Gets it to Hayden Harper on the right wing. He squares his body up with 1.5 minutes to play. Harper towards the middle of the floor. Left-handed layup is blocked. And the Rams get it to Jennings, and he'll walk the ball up the floor. Here on the campus of the Valley Rams, a hostile environment. One of those little smaller, compressed, compact, high school feeling gyms, and a travel now on the other end. And to be completely honest and keep it unbiased, I don't know that I agree with that call. Any jab step or anything leads to a turnover for either team. You saw it in the varsity girls contest as well. Chapman Harris with the left hand, dribbling the ball up the floor. Comes to a jump stop, step through, lays it in with the left hand. Nice move from Chapman Harris. And again, with the step through, to be completely honest, not sure how that one, it was not a travel, but surprised that it was not called one. They're going to get Wyatt Watley on the foul, trying to steal the inbounds pass. That's the first on the Warriors. It comes with 1 minute to play. Watley guarding Jennings, 94 feet. Just trying to be that little pest. Watley giving up about 8 inches, but willing to just make Jennings work a little bit harder. Far corner three is no good. Nice box out, Chapman Harris. And it's Warrior basketball. .47 seconds to play in the first quarter. Barrett Cook tries to go behind the back and loses it. And Hayden Harper will get called for the reach-in foul. It should be on the floor. As William Lyles will check in for Barrett Cook with 42.8. Inbound pass goes to J.R. McCray. And he uses his height advantage to work his way inside and lay it up with the right hand. 13-11. And they got Azarion Jennings with a reach-in foul, and I believe the PA announcer said that's his third. If that's the case, then the Rams are going to have to go with their second or third point guard here for a majority of this first half unless they decide to put him back in the game. 25 seconds to play here in the first quarter. The Warrior lead is 2. And they're going to get Brooke Zachary now with a travel. There's no pivot foot tonight. If you're the Lee Scott Warriors, again, you saw it in the varsity girls contest as well. Of anytime the ball is picked up off the floor, you do not take a step. Elbow jumper is too strong over the backboard. And Brooke Zachary lifts up Chapman Harris to get it off the wedgie off the backboard. 10.3 to play here in the first quarter. Harris gets the inbound now to Harper. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Harper goes up strong with the left hand and lays it in. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Do the Rams see it? They do not. And that is how the first quarter will come to a close. 15-11. Hayden Harper's 9 carries the way for the Lee Scott Academy Warriors. We're back with the start of the second quarter right after this. You're listening to Radio Alabama Sports on Tiger Country 104.5, and this is the Lee Scott Sports Network presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Hi, this is Tyler with Gutter Pro. Around here, we believe details make the difference. That's why we're the premier choice for custom seamless gutter systems and leak protection for both homes and businesses. No matter what kind of gutter you need, we do it all. From seamless installs to custom finishes, our work is built to last and tailored to your style. So don't settle for less. Leave it to the pros at Gutter Pro. Check us out today at gutterprosolutions.com. That's gutterprosolutions.com.
From day one back in 1907, Auburn Bank's mission has been clear: to serve our community, see businesses flourish, and improve lives locally by making sound business decisions and responding with care every day. Today, we continue to fulfill our mission with a team of local commercial and consumer lenders who are ready to help meet your needs and goals. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, online at auburnbank.com.
Start of the second quarter here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. It's Warrior basketball. It's still going right to left on your radio dial. Hayden Harper works his way inside, can't get the layup to go. And the Rams now look to push in transition. A nice job by Lee Scott getting back in the half court, forcing the Rams to set up their offense. Just underway here in this second quarter. They try to dribble handoff here at the top of the key. Ball floating around, knocked around into the hands of the Rams. Now down low with Bunn. His turnaround 4-foot jumper is no good. Gray Haley was there for the rebound, but it goes off the padding underneath the basket. Hayden Harper now gets it running out of bounds, spikes it off the leg of a Ram. It's Warrior basketball. Nice move from the senior guard. Harper will bring the ball up the floor 1 minute into this second quarter. Gray Haley, now Cord Zellner. Back to Harper on the left wing. He's guarded closely. Harper had 9 first quarter points. William Lyles works his way downhill. Pocket pass, Cord Zellner. He has it blocked out of bounds. Warriors will set up with the baseline left. .6:49 to play here in this second quarter. Haley inbounds it to Parks. Now down low to Hayden Harper. Power dribble. Goes up strong, leaves it short. Jennings back into the contest for the Valley Rams. Unless I heard incorrectly, unofficially 3 personal fouls and now a travel for the Rams at the right wing. That one I do agree with. A jab step and then a secondary step trying to regain your balance without putting the ball on the floor. Haley will inbound. Harper guarded by Keelan Dent. Minute and a half gone by in the first quarter. Dribble handoff to Parks Myers. He runs the right side of the floor with the strong left hand, falling away from the basket. Parks Myers gets the scoring started for the Lee Scott Warriors here in this second quarter, 17-11. 2 minutes gone by here in the second on the home of the Lee Scott Warriors, but at the home of the Valley Rams. 17-11. Catch and shoot three is off the front side of the rim. Gray Haley corrals the rebound. Harper behind the back dribble. Now to Haley. Sets the on-ball screen. And Haley hit hard. He falls to the deck as he draws the reach-in foul with 5:50 here in the first. For the second, apologies. A reminder that the first half action of tonight's game is presented by Russell Building Supply and Russell Do It Center. Experience and knowledge from the pros at your hometown home center. 5:50 to play here in this second quarter. The Warrior lead is 6. Harper, the trigger man, gets it to William Lyles, and he dribbles it off of one of those orange shoes, kicks it off the padding. It's Rams basketball, and that brings Coach William Johnson to put his hands on his knees. Rams setting up in the half court. Ball at the top of the key. Now Dent in the left wing. Apologies. That is C.J. Johnson. Pass down low. Right-handed layup. Parks Myers had ball initially, but I think got a little bit of the lower body as well. On number 5, Kason Varner. And he will toe the free throw line. Trying to trim into this 6-point Lee Scott lead. First free throw. He gets it to go. Second free throw, a similar result as the first. The lead is trimmed to 4, 17-13. Haley and Harper, a two-man game, bringing the ball up the floor. Now Parks Myers, kick out. William Lyles thought about the three. Jab step, works his way into the middle of the key. Kick out, Hayden Harper, his triple off the front of the rim, and a foul on the floor as Parks Myers skied for the rebound and got his legs taken out from under him. That foul is going to be on C.J. Johnson. That's his second here tonight. 17-13, 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. A low-scoring affair between the Valley Rams and the Lee Scott Warriors. William Lyles works his way downhill. He gets it stripped. Coach William Johnson points to his bench. In response, the elbow jumper from Varner is good. The lead back to 2, 17-15. Varner now guarding Hayden Harper all 94 feet. Parks Myers crossover dribble. Gets it to Gray Haley on the dribble handoff. Tries to get it to Cord Zellner, but it goes wide of his hands. Another turnover for the Warriors. And despite having the lead for the entirety of the contest, with 4:38, the Rams take over the possession of the basketball, looking to tie or take the lead with a 3. Jennings walks the ball up the floor. Now Varner, now to Bunn at the top. Right back to Varner on the right wing, guarded by Hayden Harper. 17-15, halfway through this second quarter. Jennings has it guarded by Watley. Apologies, fighting a sneeze here as we're talking about it too. Bunn has it. Now back to Jennings at the top. Running left, now spins his way back through the middle of the floor. Layup is blocked by Chapman Harris. And he'll bring the ball up the floor with the right hand. Now back towards the middle. And Watley looks to get downhill, has it poked away from behind by Jennings. A 4-on-3 break by the Rams. Pull-up jumper at the elbow was good. C.J. Johnson now has a bucket in each quarter. Hayden Harper now in transition, protects the basketball again like a running back till he gets to the left block and falling away from the basket. Throws it up with the right hand off the glass, gets it to go. A tie game for about 3 seconds before Hayden Harper goes coast to coast. 19-17, 3.5 to play here in the second quarter. C.J. Johnson blows by Chapman Harris but can't get the layup to go. Harris with the rebound, 3 minutes here in the second. Hayden Harper with the basketball will set up the offense. Hand off to Chapman Harris. Thought about the three from NBA range. Tries to get it to Wyatt Watley, but it's knocked out of bounds right around the scorer's table. Warriors get away with one there. Otherwise, that is transition showtime for one of three, if not four, Valley Rams who are looking to push in transition. Harris gets the screen from Harper. Now Watley right back to Hayden. Hayden, kick out, Barrett Cook, triple, Warriors need it, and they got it. Bank is still open at 6:50 tonight for Mr. Barrett Cook, but you'll take it however you can get it. Rams almost turn it over, able to get it across half court, throw it to Bunn in the far corner. Right back to Kason Varner. Layup no good, was altered by Hayden Harper, who was trying to draw the charge. Harper now gets it, full head of steam, working his way downhill, kisses it off the rim, and gets it to go. Hayden Harper now with 13 in the contest. He has 13 of the 24, and the Warrior lead just like that is back to a touchdown. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to play in the second quarter. Timeout on the floor, a 30-second timeout from Coach William Johnson. We'll keep it right here with you on the Lee Scott Sports Network. Lee Scott has had the lead for 14, or I guess 12 of the 14 minutes so far here tonight. It was tied at 17 for all of 5 seconds before Hayden Harper went coast to coast to regain the lead. 19-17 and a 7-0 run from that layup as the Warrior lead now is 7. Looking to end these last 2 minutes strong. So many coaches talk about win the last 4 and win the first 4. Whether that's football or basketball. In high school basketball, only playing 8 minutes. You feel like it's win the last 2 and the first 2, even more so than anything else. Warriors get a steal. Hollywood Watley outlets it to William Lyles. And Lyles lays it in, the lead back to 9. And the Warrior pressure causing havoc. But this time the Valley Rams able to break it. Inside out scoop layup is blocked by Chapman Harris. And they're going to get him for a foul. Would have been an impressive layup nonetheless, as it was Antavius Thomas running full speed and rather than jumping, went for a scoop layup from right around his knees. He now stands at the free throw line and can't rattle home the first. (26-17). Here with 1:50 to play before halftime. Second free throw is too strong. Barrett Cook with a really tough rebound. Gets it to Brooks Zachary with 1:45. He'll walk his way up the floor. Gets it to Watley, now to Chapman Harris. Bounce pass right back to Hollywood. 90 seconds to play here in this second quarter. And a timeout on the floor. You can hear Coach William Johnson having to scream it out there. Not liking the set that he's seeing from his offense. 30-second timeout. Once again, we'll keep it right here with you on the Lee Scott Sports Network. But as we near the 7 o'clock hour, let's pause for station identification here on Tiger Country 104.5.
Tiger Country 104.5 is a Radio Alabama station, part of the Auburn Networks family. WAUE HD2, Waverly, Auburn, Opelika.
Auburn, Opelika Country. Tiger Country 104.5.
1:27 before we get you underway in the Orthopedic Clinic halftime report. And what was 17 all is now 26-17 Lee Scott Academy. They have the lead and the basketball looking to continue to add to it here with 2 or 3 possessions before the halftime break. Motion offense gets Barrett Cook downhill. Right-handed layup is swatted out of bounds. Cook was falling to his left. Otherwise, you would have thought he would have had that pump fake there to allow the blow by. Would have been an easy left-handed layup. Harris now lowers the shoulder, gets downhill, kicks it to William Lyles, now to Parks Myers. Chapman Harris from well beyond the three-point line is no good. Fight for the rebounds goes into the hands of the Valley Rams. And Antavius Thomas, who picked it up on the right wing, took 3, if not 4 steps to get to the bucket. He'll get called for steps with exactly a minute to play here in the first quarter. Wyatt Watley and William Lyles running downhill. And William Lyles lays it up and in. He's tripped. Or they didn't call it on the floor, did they? Okay, no, it was an and one for Mr. William Lyles. Got nervous there. 28-17, 50.7. Lyles knocks down the 1 free throw. He now has 5 here in this second quarter. Give him 7 for the contest. And the lead is a dozen for the Road Warriors. 40 seconds to play before halftime. Watley gambles, couldn't get the steal on Jennings. Elbow jumper off the back iron. Down low, rebound with McCray. The ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Rams, 30.8 before halftime. Right-handed layup is no good from J.R. McCray, who was above the rim but couldn't lay it in. Hollywood Watley now in transition, has it blocked off the backboard. He's asking for a goaltend. And McCray turns it over on the other end and gets called for a reach-in foul. Rams have had multiple chances in this first half, and especially in the second quarter, of laying it in at the rim to try and trim into the lead, but haven't been able to do so. 29-17, 15 seconds to play. Watley brings the ball up the floor. Handoff with Lyles with 10. Now with 8, with 7. Down low, Brooke Zachary. Euro step, right-handed reverse layup is no good. McCray, the defensive rebounds. 1 second. Half-court jumper is no good. They say it doesn't count regardless. And the Lee Scott Warriors will take a 12-point lead into the halftime break. Not necessarily a pretty first half. Kind of been the theme, the overall story of the night as a whole. But again, the other theme, all things considered, a 12-point lead for the Lee Scott Warriors. They lead at 29-17. When we come back, we'll dive into some of the first half stats, talk about that first half and what the Warriors need to do in the second half to come away with a big-time win and a 2-game regular season sweep over the 5A Valley Rams. We welcome you into the Orthopedic Clinic on the other side of this 2-minute break here on the Lee Scott Sports Network.
My joints aren't what they used to be. Routine exercise, playing ball outside with the kids, riding bikes on vacation. I never worried about keeping up. But now, my joint pain has started slowing me down. I decided to make an appointment with the Orthopedic Clinic. Their surgical partners had the experience, technology, and personalized approach to care that I was looking for. Best of all, it was close to home. I'm thankful I chose the Orthopedic Clinic. Don't let joint pain slow you down. Visit theorthoclinic.com and schedule your appointment today.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Every sports team has a glue guy, the unsung hero that does the dirty work. Society's glue guys are towing companies. Whether your car is in an accident or you own a business and need a vehicle moved, we all need tow trucks. When you need one, call Auburn Express Towing, offering 24-hour towing services. AET specializes in parking lot and private property towing in Auburn. Call 334-821-6033. Auburn Express Towing, located at 615 Opelika Road.
Winter is in full swing at Mountain High Outfitters. Come see all the great gear to keep you warm and dry in style. From the North Face, Patagonia, Free People Movement, Viore, or Local Boy, we have you set for every day or your ski or snowboarding trip this season. Come see Mountain High Outfitters on South College next to Tzatziki's in the heart of Auburn. Experience the difference at Mountain High Outfitters. Get out, get active, be inspired, and live your passion.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Building Supply is your hometown home improvement store. You'll find what you need when you need it. And as a Russell Rewards member, you'll be in the know about monthly specials and exclusive offers. Russell Building Supply, East University in Auburn, across from Cary Creek Publix.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Homegrown and member-owned.
We love our members love us.
Oh yes, ever since I got off active duty, they have helped me. I would recommend to anyone, if you really want to get your finances in order, come and see for yourself. I promise you, they will help you get on the path to financial freedom.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union with 2 local branches. Membership eligibility required. Accounts federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration.
The Lee Scott Academy Basketball Halftime Show is brought to you by the Orthopedic Clinic on Tiger Country 104.5.
16 minutes down here on the Lee Scott Sports Network of the Varsity Boys contest. It's the Valley Rams and the Lee Scott Academy Warriors, and through those first 16 minutes, it's the Lee Scott Warriors with a 29-17 advantage at the halftime break. And we welcome you in to the Orthopedic Clinic halftime report. The Orthopedic Clinic is East Alabama's go-to center for orthopedic care with locations in Auburn and Opelika to better serve you. You can find them online at theorthoclinic.com. The theme of the night as we went to break, and I told you, was not necessarily pretty, but effective. And you get the job done. Kind of perfectly explains the first 32 minutes that we saw tonight for the Lee Scott Varsity Girls. Also explains the first 16 minutes that you saw for the Lee Scott Varsity Boys. But the secondary theme was all things considered. And all things considered, on the road, any sort of advantage, any sort of lead, and any sort of win looks like a beautiful win for the Lee Scott Academy Warriors. It was the Varsity Girls that picked up a 51-37 win behind Clark Ivett's 29 points in the contest. The Varsity Girls complete the 2-game regular season sweep, and now the Lee Scott Varsity Boys looking to do the exact same thing. They lead at 29-17 at the halftime break. Halftime stats tonight are brought to you by Lee County Revenue Commissioner Olene Price, who reminds you that if you need services from her office, there's the main office at the courthouse in Opelika and satellite offices in Auburn and Smith Station. Going down the scorer's sheet, Gray Haley, he has 2. Hayden Harper leads all scorers tonight. He has 13. Chapman Harris with 2. William Lyles with 7. Parks Myers with 2. And Barrett Cook with 3. Not necessarily the same type of offensive efficiency that you've seen in the past, but here at home, or here on the road rather, you have to value the possessions, value the basketball just a little bit more. And Valley's played a little bit slower and has forced you to take a couple wild shots. You're not necessarily getting the friendliest whistle here on the road either. But all things considered, well, again, 29-17, the Lee Scott Warriors here on the campus of the Valley Rams enjoying the dozen lead here at halftime. Here in this second half, would love to see this Lee Scott team continue to work its way downhill. You see, like when the Lee Scott Warriors, when the basketball works its way into the paint, the entire Valley Rams defense, all 10 eyes look at the ball carrier and the ball handler as I guess it is the ball carrier, but ball handler as you work your way into the middle of the floor. But all 10 eyes look at the basketball when it's in the paint. That gives you wide open kickouts, and then they over-pursue on all of those kickouts. So you either get the open three, or if you see a defender closing in really strong, pump fake, the ability to get downhill should leave you the opportunity to get a couple open shots here in this second half. 29-17 is your score. The Lee Scott Warriors out in front of the Valley Rams. And so much credit goes to both of these teams as well. They played 32-minute games last night against the Lochapoka Indians. Both of these teams got wins, and they were not pretty wins by any means, but the ability to learn from it, to bounce back from it, bounce back from the things that didn't necessarily go well. Again, this Lee Scott team, the varsity boys, shot 4 of 30 from behind the three-point line. That number well more accurate, a little bit more of a representation of this Lee Scott team in the first half, hoping that number can continue here in the second. So when we come back, we'll have the opening tip of the second half between the Valley Rams and the Lee Scott Warriors. It's the Warriors with a 12-point lead here at half, and looking to see if they can increase it when we come back here on the Lee Scott Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
From day one back in 1907, Auburn Bank's mission has been clear: to serve our community, see businesses flourish, and improve lives locally by making sound business decisions and responding with care every day. Today, we continue to fulfill our mission with a team of local commercial and consumer lenders who are ready to help meet your needs and goals. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, online at auburnbank.com.
Hi, this is Tyler with Gutter Pro. Around here, we believe details make the difference. That's why we're the premier choice for custom seamless gutter systems and leaf protection for both homes and businesses. No matter what kind of gutter you need, we do it all. From seamless installs to custom finishes, our work is built to last and tailored to your style. So don't settle for less. Leave it to the pros at Gutter Pro. Check us out today at gutterprosolutions.com. That's gutterprosolutions.com.
From day one back in 1907, Auburn Bank's mission has been clear: to serve our community, see businesses flourish, and improve lives locally by making sound business decisions and responding with care every day. Today, we continue to fulfill our mission with a team of local commercial and consumer lenders who are ready to help meet your needs and goals. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, online at auburnbank.com.
When bones get out of joint, the Orthopedic Clinic is here, providing expert care and surgery when needed, wherever it hurts. Hand, wrist, foot, or ankle, back, neck, or hip. Offering minimally invasive surgery and cutting-edge joint replacement. Serving patients from throughout the region. See the sports injury experts for athletes of all types. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. The Orthopedic Clinic. Call for an appointment, 334-749-8303, or visit theorthoclinic.com.
Start of the third quarter here on the Lee Scott Sports Network. Appreciate everybody for being here with us on Tiger Country 104.5, tigercountry.net, and that Radio Alabama app. The second half action of tonight's game is presented by the Gogue Performing Arts Center at Auburn University. You can see their upcoming events at gougecenter.auburn.edu. The Rams come up empty on their first possession. Rebound with Gray Haley, and he now runs the floor for the Lee Scott Warriors, who lead by a dozen, 29-17 here on the campus of the Valley Rams. Harper works his way downhill, right-handed layup through contact, gets it to go off the rim, the backboard, and the bottom of the net. And now an inbound violation by the Valley Rams gives it right back to Lee Scott, looking to add to that 14-point advantage. Hayden Harper had 13 in that first half, now 15 for the contest. Three Willie has it on the right wing. Dribble handoff with Hayden Harper. Gets the second screen from Cord Zellner. Comes to a jump stop. Back out Parks Myers. Left-handed layup is no good off the right side of the rim. Thought there was a lot of contact. No whistle. And Jennings now runs the rough side of the floor. Dent has it standing in the circle right around the Valley V at half court. 1 minute gone by in this third quarter. The Warrior lead is 14. Nice defense by Harper as Varner's turnaround jumper from the free throw line is no good. Hayden now works in transition. Right-handed layup. Couldn't get it to go off the front side of the rim. Thought about going down, but rolled off the left side. However, there's contact, and Harper will toe the line for a couple. (31-17) as Hayden knocks down the front end. This Lee Scott team coming into play tonight, 21-3. Looking for their 22nd win of the season. Second free throw, no good. Parks Myers able to fight for the offensive rebound, and he gets it. Gets it back to Harper. Coach William Johnson directs the offense. Again, the Lee Scott Warriors now going left to right in this second half, so both teams scoring towards their bench, which makes communication a little bit easier. Myers has it on the left wing. Harper, the cut through now to Haley. Kick out. Three Willie thought about the three-pointer. Now down low, Cord Zellner. He has it blocked off the rim. And did somebody get teed up? They did. Number 21 for Valley, J.R. McCray. It wasn't anything physical. If anything, it was something verbal. Let me ask our guys that don't have the headset on. Did we hear anything? I don't believe they did either. But Harper goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and the Warriors get the ball right back. Again, I'm parked up here, basically the 13th man on the bench, as the Warrior lead is 17. Parks Myers works his way through the middle of the floor. Right-handed layup, no good. Ball tapped around and into the hands of C.J. Johnson. Bounce pass to Braden Bunn on the left wing. Back to Johnson, and he'll run the offense with 6 minutes to play in this third quarter. Guarded by Gray Haley is Braden Bunn. And now Dent wants to set things up. Pass to the far corner. Now back to J.R. McCray at the top of the key. Tries to get it down low. Right back to number 20, Jarian Dent, but it's knocked away by Cord Zellner. Parks Myers recovers before it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Warrior basketball inbounding right around half court. Cord Zellner gets the inbound. Tries the baseball pass to Parks Myers, but throws it away. Right to Coach Corey Harrison, who's sitting on the bench in between sitting on the first row of the bleachers, rather, in between the Warrior bench and the scorer's table. Makes a nice little grab. 5.5 to play here in the third quarter. Inbounds goes to C.J. Johnson, right-handed layup in transition, a nice move. And he adds to his total, now a bucket in each quarter. Parks Myers works his way through transition. The far referee said the bucket was good. The one closest to us did not. Oh, no, she was saying an offensive foul. Holy cow. On Parks Myers for bracing himself for the blow-by contact. So an offensive foul brings the lead, or rather keeps the lead at 14. In transition, pull-up jumper, not a good shot. And it's too strong. Hayden Harper gathers the weak side rebounds. He now brings the ball up the floor between the legs dribble. Now to Three Willie on the right wing. He'll back it out and get it to Parks, who gets the dribble handoff with Harper. He goes against the grain. Right-handed layup is good, plus the foul. Hayden Harper now with 6 in the third quarter. He's up to 19 in the contest. And to be honest, happily take it. Not sure there was much contact other than maybe a makeup foul or makeup call from the other official. You'll happily take it nonetheless. If you're a Lee Scott fan and you wear number 2 in Navy. Harper had 9 in the first, 4 in the second. We'll make it 7 here in the third. The Warriors' lead is 17. Denton Johnson bring the ball up the floor. Thought about the 3, did C.J. Johnson at the top of the key. Bunn has it, dumps it down low, almost knocked out of bounds, saved by Brooke Zachary as he works his way into the game. Harper, now Wyatt Watley, kick out Chapman Harris, pump fake, blow by, step up 3 is off the back iron. Barrett Cook skies for the rebounds. His layup won't go. Brooke Zachary's layup won't go. Wyatt Watley skies for the rebounds, and he's slapped across the face. Warriors right there winning those 50-50 balls, doing the little things that we have in our Jeff Coat Trant keys to the game. Watley inbound to Chapman Harris, who will get it to Hayden Harper to set up in the half court. Right here in front of us on the home of the Rams. 36-19, Harper down low to Zachary. Kick out Wyatt Watley. His three-pointer can't go down. Chapman Harris, offensive rebounds. Warriors 4 offensive rebounds on that possession alone. Leads to an easy bucket. And the Warriors now have doubled up the Rams. It's 38-19. And the Warriors couldn't get the trap on the other end. And Darrell Shaver gets his first points of the evening on a wide open layup. 38-21 halfway through this third quarter. Hayden Harper, kick to Barrett Cook. Cook now running the middle of the floor. And he gets called for the travel. Again, there is no jab step here tonight as Barrett Cook able to steal the inbounds pass. Layup no good. Gets it right back. Pump fake. Goes up strong again. Can't buy it. It's another offensive rebound. And he's fouled on the way down. A spike of the basketball. He's frustrated he hasn't been able to finish at the rim. However, that being the 5th team foul on the Rams here in this third quarter will lead to bonus free throws the remainder of the way. And Barrett Cook leaves the first one short. Barrett Cook a little frustrated right now and has been over the past couple of games. He's done a nice job turning some of the frustrations into jokes, into laughter, but man, a bucket or a 3 for Barrett Cook would continue to build the confidence for number 23 in Navy. He does connect on the second free throw. And there he is right on cue, gets a steal, gets it to Chapman Harris. And he will walk up the floor with 3:15 to play. Dribble handoff to Hayden Harper, working the other way, gets to the short corner, goes to a jump stop, right-handed layup from the left side of the rim, no good. But he goes up strong once again after getting the offensive rebounds and will head right back to the line. Warriors dominating the offensive glass here in this second half. Harper, a couple of dribbles and knocks down the front end. 40-21 is your score. The Rams have 21. Hayden Harper has 21 here tonight. He can't knock down the second free throw, but Barrett Cook rather there for the offensive rebounds. Harper kick out to Watley. Back out Barrett Cook. His catch and shoot triple is good. There we go. Barrett Cook needed it and he got it. And then a foul on Hayden Harper. He'll sub out. William Lyles will sub in. 43-21, 2:50 to play in the third quarter. Man, seeing the relief from Barrett Cook as he knocked down the triple. Makes you feel good. Selfishly because we needed it and we called it, but man, happy that it went down as well. 43-21, 2.5 to play. Harris picks up the dribble on the left side of the floor. Brooke Zachary has it on the left block, loses it back to William Lyles, and he is hacked on the way up. Referee calling contact around the head area. And 3 Willie, who had 7 points in the first half, looking for his first here in the second half. And he confidently knocks it down. Second free throw, too strong off the back iron, and they're going to get Chapman Harris. Oh, they're going to get Barrett Cook, actually. I thought it was Chapman Harris who got the push in the back. Warriors continuing the pressure. Rams get away with a travel. And C.J. Johnson, he now trips, and Wyatt Watley on the floor trying to get it to a couple of teammates. Is able to get it to Barrett Cook. 2 on none if he's able to gather it. Gets it to Watley. 3 on 1. Behind the back dribble. Almost taken away. Chapman Harris goes up strong. Gets it blocked with the left hand. And now in transition go the Valley Rams. Left-handed layup is good. Neil Reams checks into the scorer's table. And unfortunately, I would tend to believe I know who Reams is going to get. Free throw from Varner is good. And that will be the case. Can't help but smile for Wyatt Watley. Reams into the far corner, now back out to Chapman Harris with 1:50 to play here in the third. The Warrior lead is 20. Reams has it here right in front of us. Back to William Lyles. Jab step, running right, goes up through contact. Fight for the offensive rebound. Lyles able to get it right back underneath the basket. Kick out Chapman Harris, driving left with the left hand. Chapman Harris lays it in, his third and fourth point of the third quarter. He has 6 now in the contest, the lead out to 22 for the Road Warriors, and a turnover on the inbounds, knocked out of bounds by the Valley Rams. It'll be Warrior basketball, 124 here in the third. Still have a conversation. William Lyles, nice move down low, gets it to go off the glass. Warriors have doubled up the Rams here once again, 48-24. 1 minute to play here in the third. Almost a turnover from Jennings. Instead gets it down low to J.R. McCray. He keeps it, goes up strong with the right hand. Layup no good, and they're going to say McCray knocks it out of bounds. And Mayor Whittington to the scorer's table, set to check in. Chapman Harris behind the back will set up the offense. William Lyles, Barrett Cook, catch and shoot 3 is off the back iron. Lyles able to gather the offensive rebound at the top of the floor. Nobody picks him up. And parted like the Red Sea, he decides to take it right through the teeth of the defense. He now has 5 in this third quarter. Foul on the floor, the 5th team foul. That'll send the Valley Rams to the free throw line for the final 32.5 of this third period. 50-24, the Warriors comfortably out in front. And the first free throw from Antavius Thomas is no good. Brooke Zachary and Barrett Cook will head to the bench. Second free throw, no good. Offensive rebound, yes, and the foul from J.R. McCray. Gray Haley will sub in for Harris with 30.6. Free throw from McCray is no good. Gray Haley again, who just checked into the contest. He'll chase down the rebounds. 20 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 50-26. Wyatt Watley wide open down low. Right-handed layup. Gets it to go. And the foul. A little flex from Hollywood as he heads to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Nice job playing off of 2 feet for Mr. Watley, who was on the right corner right here in front of us. Realized he was wide open. A nice job for the Warriors to find him. And calmly landed on 2 feet. Pump fake. Allowed the defender to blow by him. And the secondary defender came in, but it was too late. Watley can't spin in the free throw. 13 seconds. Warrior lead is 26. William Lyles gets a steal right at half court. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Watley has it in the low block. He goes up strong. Can't get it. Mayor Whittington fight for it. Out of bounds. Should be Warrior ball. It is with 1.5. Warriors going to need a catch and shoot here. Watley, the inbounder. Bounce pass down low. Gray Haley, left-handed layup at the buzzer is good. A beautiful out-of-bounds play. Gets the off-ball screen. Does Gray Haley. Gets downhill with the left hand and lays it in right before the end of the third quarter buzzer. Through 3 here on the campus of the Valley Rams, and the Lee Scott Warriors on the road, but turning it into their home gym. They're loving where they're at after 3. 54-26, and we're back in 60 seconds with the start of the fourth quarter here on the Lee Scott Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Owner Sean Snow founded Advanced Graphics in 2004 to satisfy a missing service need in East Alabama. 20 years later, Advanced Graphics has proven mission accomplished. For any comprehensive graphic need, vehicle wraps, decals, signs, custom apparel, and even those difficult-to-source laser-engraved ADA signs. The dedicated staff at Advanced Graphics offers exceptional quality with amazing customer service. Contact Advanced Graphics today at 334-501-8600. That's 501-8600. Advanced Graphics in Auburn. World-class service with local attention.
A very quick end of the third quarter timeouts. We're quickly underway with the start of the fourth quarter. Warriors get the ball to start the fourth quarter. And Hayden Harper, running on the left side of the floor, was fouled. He'll inbound it. Now catch and shoot William Lyles. His three-pointer is short. J.R. McCray. Not sure he got the rebound or if the rebound caught him. But regardless, Rams work their way up the floor. Trailing 54-26, 8 minutes to play. Tough jumper. Nice defense by Parks Myers in the short corner. Weak side rebound with Hayden Harper. Myers now Euro steps his way through contact. Couldn't get it to go. Cord Zellner there for the second chance opportunity. He couldn't get that to go. Tip out for William Lyles. And McCray gets it. Now outlet in transition. Right-handed layup is good for Kaysen Varner. Rams fall asleep, and William Lyles goes up strong. Right-handed layup through contact. Can't get the whistle. There were 2, if not 3 Rams that were all right there going for the basketball. Not sure how there wasn't any contact called. Three-pointer in transition by the Rams, no good. Right-handed layup, which is wide open. That one won't go down, knocked out of bounds. It's Warrior basketball with 6.5 to play here in this fourth quarter. It's Haley, Harris, Harper, Myers, and Zellner. (54-28). Lee Scott Warriors on the road with a comfortable lead. Hayden Harper, catch and shoot 3, and he is fouled as he was not able to land right in front of the student section here at Valley. Harper will head to the line, I believe, to shoot 3, and he will. First free throw for Harper is good. Couple of dribbles. The second free throw for Harper. Calmly knocks it down. And the third of three for Hayden Harper. He gets all three of them from the free throw line. 57-28. McCray now works in transition, lowers his shoulder, and gets the bucket to go. Outlet to Parks Myers underneath the basket. Didn't like where he was at. Kicks it back to Gray Haley at the top of the key. He works his way downhill through contact. Left-handed layup, no. And catches the basketball out of bounds following the tip. And tried to save it to all smiles here. I thought it was a clean save. Should have been a play on, in my opinion. Three-pointer from Johnson is off the front of the rim. Haley, yet another rebound. Chapman Harris using the speed on the ball, works his way down the middle of the floor, comes to a jump step. Left-handed layup is no good, and a swipe down foul. .5:15 to play here in the contest. Basketball in the far corner for the Rams. Turnaround jumper from Braden Bunn is good. His first points since early in that first quarter. 4.5 to play. Harris thought about the three. Jab step. Works his way downhill. Kick back out to Harper. He now works it downhill. Parks Myers. Bounce pass to Haley. His catch and shoot three. Nice ball movements. Warriors can't get the buckets. Haley, or rather Chapman Harris, the offensive rebound. Kick back out to Harper. And he knocks down another. Hayden Harper, his third triple here tonight. 60-32 is the Warrior lead. 4.5 to play. A 30-second timeout on the floor by Coach William Johnson. We'll keep it right here with you on the Lee Scott Sports Network. Hayden Harper had 21 after 3. And unless he subs back into the game, you would imagine his night will come to a close with 27. Couple subs for Lee Scott Academy. It's Wyatt Watley, Chapman Harris, Jack Fuquay, Brooke Zachary, and Barrett Cook. The 5 in Navy for Lee Scott Academy. Walk-in 3 from Jennings is too strong. But J.R. McCray right there for the offensive rebound and the second chance bucket. 60-34 is the Warrior lead. Watley behind the back dribble, flirting with a 10-second violation, able to get it across. Gets to the free throw line. Short jumper with one hand, little floater is good. With 3:45 here in the contest. Bunn, now reverse layup is good. Plus, I guess a lot of contact from Brooke Zachary, which I was unable to see. Free throw from Bunn is good. 3.5 to play. Reams works the left side of the floor, has it stripped by Zarion Jennings. Left-handed pass down low, and the floater for Kaysen Varner is good. Coach William Johnson standing there with his hands up saying, please take care of the basketball. Almost a turnover. But Zachary able to get it now to Reams. And it's thrown out of bounds. .306 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Warrior lead is 23. The Free throw line jumper is no good. Bunn saves it before it goes out of bounds. Fight for it. It's a jump ball, which will keep it on the far side of the floor with the Valley Rams. The Lee Scott Warriors well on their way to moving to 22-3. And now a foul on Wyatt Watley with 2:40. Inbound pass goes to Kason Varner. His layup won't go, but he is fouled and will head right back to the line to shoot a couple. The first free throw is good. Varner now has 12 in the contest. As usually there's only a hot clock in a 30-point game this time. And right now you're seeing it at 22 as the second free throw was no good. Hollywood Watley will walk the ball up the floor. He gets blitzed, kicked to Jack Fuquay, and back to Watley. And you're happy if you're Lee Scott. Running a little bit of clock. Hand off to Fuquay, and it gets stolen. Kason Varner jumps off of 1 foot and throws it down. Baseball pass to Wyatt Watley. Pump fake, jump stop, and his right-handed layup is good. 64-42. Watley gets the rebound after the long three, and then he is tripped with 60 seconds to play. A lazy pass on the inbounds. Leads to a wide open layup, but he loses it on the way down. They're actually going to say it was knocked out of bounds by a Warrior. So 30 seconds to play. Ball on the left wing and stripped away by Wyatt Watley. And a timeout for Wyatt Watley with 14 seconds. He was getting little jabs from a couple of Valley players, just calling a 30-second timeout to allow himself to get the ball in bounds, or to get it rather a breath before the 10-second violation. 64-42, the Warriors out in front, 14.2 remaining here on the clock. It shouldn't be much more than just an inbound and a couple of dribbles to call this one a night. Zachary gets the inbound to Wyatt Watley. Now to Brooke Zachary, and he holds it on his right hip. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. And Wyatt Watley will dribble this one out. 64-42, the Lee Scott Warriors. The varsity boys complete the 2-game regular season sweep, as do the varsity girls. The 4-game regular season sweep over the Valley Rams. And a happy night, a happy trip back to Auburn, Alabama. We'll take a quick post-game show and wrap it all up here when we come back on the Lee Scott Sports Network, presented by the Orthopedic Clinic.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do It Center and Building Supply.